Welcome to This Is Important, a production of iHeartRadio, the show where we only talk about what is most obviously very crucially important.
Let's go.
I've had a cold for like 2 weeks now, and it just will not go away. And I've like every day that it doesn't go away, I just look at the COVID symptoms again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can you get COVID 1 month after having COVID? That's a pretty...
You could,
dude. Yeah, you've got that, what is it, Omicron? You got that fucking, what is it called?
That
Yeah.
That's South
New.
African.
Yeah,
woo,
dude.
Woo.
Yeah.
What is it called? It sounds like a Transformer name.
Optimus.
Well, they all sound cool as hell.
Optimus Chrome.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, that's the thing. We gotta name them like stupider stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
name 'em so you don't want to get it.
Yeah, because
Right.
kids are out here trying to get them now because it's the cool thing to do. Which one do you
Right.
got?
Yeah, you're like, motherfucker, I got Delta variant.
Yeah, Omicron. That
I
shit
got
sounds like
Omicron.
straight up like a bad guy Transformer.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
But yeah, luckily it doesn't seem like I have COVID, so.
Okay, good.
But I can't shake this goddamn cold, man.
Yeah. What? You're home right now? You're not filming? Because I feel like that's what happens as soon as you got a little break from filming.
Well, I've been sick the last 2 weeks of filming, and they're because I'm the lead of the movie, so they're juicing me.
Yeah.
I feel like
B12?
Michael Jackson, where they're just like I'm literally taking shots every day.
Well,
Right,
shots in my
B12
butt
in the
cheeks.
booty?
Oh, okay.
B12, but then also like this new. It's basically like a Z-Pack that I take in my butt cheek. And then our giant medic is the guy that does it, so it like feels like we're doing like drugs or something.
Oh,
because
like
it's
this-
weird because I have to take it in my ass cheek, but we do it on set, so it's always
Right.
like us ducking off into a corner, and he whips out a needle and just injects my butt cheek.
So it's kind of like a steroid.
Does anyone else know about this? Or is it
Yeah.
just a guy? It sounds like
Are
a
you
guy's
sure
like, yeah, I'm the
he's-
medic. Come over here.
Is he cleared? Is this guy?
It might not feel like a needle. It might not feel like it's actually in your asshole.
Yeah, he's a nurse, but he's hilarious. He's 6'5", like
That's so funny.
350. he's like a house of a man. So it doesn't seem like I've never seen a nurse this.
That's
large.
a huge nurse.
That's one huge nurse.
You got a bush that just don't quit, huh?
Yeah, so what's up with your pubes?
There's your title for the podcast. What's up with your pubes? Oh, here we go.
Oh,
right.
we're censored. Yeah, it's a
All
wispy,
right.
wispy joint.
Wispy J's.
Kinda not
I
happy
accidentally,
we asked.
I shaved all my pubes off. I look like a little boy down there.
Did you say accidentally?
Yeah, I was buzzing the chest, and I was like, they were getting a little unruly, so I was just do a little trimmeroo down there, like, and I forgot to adjust it back, and so I just took out a chunk and down to like basically nothing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it like that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fuck everything. I bet you are fucking everything.
So I look like a little boy with the same size dick as I had as a child.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
Well,
very
funny
cool.
how that works.
Are you guys fucking with the metaverse, dude?
We're fucking each other. How'd you find out?
Are you guys fucking each other?
Should we tell him? Blake, should we tell him?
Nah,
You
let's
wanna
keep
see
that. Let's keep that on the low, bro. The metaverse? No, not at all. 0%. I refuse.
Bullshit, dude. You're gonna be such an early adapter.
No,
Yeah.
man.
Why?
Cause I'm trying to live on this planet in real life, on this earth while it's still here.
No. Yeah, but then you sound.
And is it early adopter? By the way, before we move forward, is it early adopter?
I adapt early. I could.
I don't even know if that's called adapting, if it's just yeah. All right. Hey, let's
do an
keep this
early
thing moving down the
adapt.
pipe. Let's keep this thing moving down the
Hey,
pipe.
Hey, let's
all
keep
right.
this thing moving, man.
Little word of warning. This is I'm second. No, I'm 2.5 cans deep.
He's a kid.
So I'm like 15 milligrams, and I smoked weed right before this. So this might be one of them podcasts that the last 20 minutes I just am a giggle hog.
Yeah.
We love it, bro. We support that lifestyle. Stay
Yeah.
high.
I love when you laugh at me.
Yeah, you got to stay high in today's day and age.
Dude,
unless
you
you're in
have
the
to.
metaverse where everything's nice.
God.
Can you guys tell I'm wearing eyeliner?
Now that you mention it,
Can you?
a little bit, yeah.
Can you
look
tell?
like
Yeah, actually, very much so.
you look like a girl at a wedding who like cried and is now just hammered on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And, yeah, who's just over just by the cocktail shrimp, just slurping down some shrimp,
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Hard target, baby. You look good.
going for her third slice of cake.
I guess easy target. I say hard target.
For on work right now, it's the last week shooting The Outlaws, and
Okay.
I go undercover to rob a bank. Spoiler, and kind of, not
This is
really,
enticing.
and it'll be in the trailer. And
Okay.
so I'm like, I have eyeliner and shit on for it. It's so fucking hard to get eyeliner off, dude.
What do you mean you have eyeliner for it? Like, is there a specific disguise?
It is a specific disguise.
Ooh.
I don't know if I
Is
want
that
to
a
spoil
spoiler?
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't spoil that. I know what it is though.
Yeah, it's a good disguise. Donkey, but it's a good disguise.
Is that a line from the Shrek movie?
I don't know.
I
Could
don't know.
be.
There's no way to
Why'd
tell.
you say donkey? You just
I
did
don't know.
because you're
Doesn't
Adam
matter.
Devine. You'll sometimes say stuff.
And I sometimes say words, and maybe it has something to do with what I'm dressed as. Maybe.
He just says stuff,
All
man.
right. Hey, and that's why I'm here.
No, but so they eyelinered me up, and it's impossible to get off, and then I look insane for the rest of the night. Like a Tiba.
Don't.
are good
You say insane, but you look beautiful. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you for saying that.
You look hoish.
Yeah, your eyes are popping. You look ho.
I know. Yeah, I look like I got a bad case of the smoky eye. Remember how the
Right.
smoky eye was like a thing for a
Yes.
minute? Girls would get that, but then you could fuck it up and it just kind of look like you've been crying, and that's what it
Right.
looked like.
Yeah.
Super hot. Avril Lavigne.
To be honest, I'm captivated though. I'll just
Yeah.
say that and put that
Yeah.
out there.
Thank you. I'm throwing out some sultry vibes. Thank you, boys.
Absolutely.
God.
Can you guys tell I'm wearing eyeliner?
Now that you mention it,
Can you?
a little bit, yeah.
Can you
look
tell?
like
Yeah, actually, very much so.
you look like a girl at a wedding who like cried and is now just hammered on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And yeah, who's just over just by the cocktail shrimp, just slurping down some shrimp,
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Hard target, baby. You look good.
going for her third slice of cake.
I guess easy target. I say hard target.
For on work right now, it's the last week shooting The Outlaws, and
Okay.
I go undercover to rob a bank. Spoiler, and kind of, not
This is
really,
enticing.
and it'll be in the trailer. And
Okay.
so I'm like, I have eyeliner and shit on for it. It's so fucking hard to get eyeliner off, dude.
What do you mean you have eyeliner for it? Like, is there a specific disguise?
It is a specific disguise.
Ooh.
I don't know if I
Is
want
that
to
a
spoil
spoiler?
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't spoil that. I know what it is though.
Yeah, it's a good disguise. Donkey, but it's a good disguise.
Is that a line from the Shrek movie?
I don't know.
I
Could
don't know.
be.
There's no way to
Why'd
tell.
you say donkey? You just
I
did
don't know.
because you're
Doesn't
Adam
matter.
Devine. You'll sometimes say stuff.
And I sometimes say words, and maybe it has something to do with what I'm dressed as. Maybe.
He just says stuff,
All
man.
right. Hey, and that's why I'm here.
No, but so they eyelinered me up, and it's impossible to get off, and then I look insane for the rest of the night. Like a Tiba.
Don't.
are good
You say insane, but you look beautiful. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you for saying that.
You look hoish.
Yeah, your eyes are popping. You look ho.
I know. Yeah, I look like I got a bad case of the smoky eye. Remember how the
Right.
smoky eye was like a thing for a
Yes.
minute? Girls would get that, but then you could fuck it up and it just kind of look like you've been crying, and that's what it
Right.
looked like.
Yeah.
Super hot. Avril Lavigne.
To be honest, I'm captivated though. I'll just
Yeah.
say that and put that
Yeah.
out there.
Thank you. I'm throwing out some sultry vibes. Thank you, boys.
Absolutely.
Do we address the elephant not in the room, or do we just kind of like act like everything's normal here?
Bully.
Wow. Is that a fucking shot at my guy?
It wasn't a shot. It's a saying.
You called him an elephant.
That's a saying. It was I get it. It's a fun joke, dude.
Guys, Kyle is not with us this week.
died.
Prior commitments.
He chunked out of existence.
He had a prior commitment with Satan.
Satan.
He couldn't make it. And we were like, what do we do?
What do
Do
we
we
do?
just deprive the public of this?
The community.
Well,
Yeah, the community. Thank
Yep.
you.
Well, if we could I mean, we couldn't miss today because it's basically our Super Bowl, guys. You know what just happened, right?
Oh, God. Please tell us.
I don't know. Wait, hang on. Adam, do you have any idea what he's talking about?
Dude, exactly. I know. And I want Blake to explain in detail.
Guys, they named the sexiest man alive. And we
Yes,
got to
they
talk
did.
about it, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Great ass.
Is that what, did you walk down a little did you walk down a little path where you were like it's gonna be all let's goes? You're gonna do like you're like 15? Because you stopped at 2.
Let's go.
How many do you got? Hit us with it. How many you got?
I mean, I only have 4 at the time, but I think
well, hit us with them.
I gave you all of them.
Adam,
Let's go.
leave my
Let's go.
leave my friend alone, dude. He's got 4.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's a great. I could see where you were going with it, and I was excited.
Aggressive.
Well, this one is pivotal.
Let's go.
That's the one from the Hertz rent-a-car.
Do we get into it?
Oh,
Should we?
Fuck.
Should we get into
all
it?
of my least favorite things on planet Earth, and that's not hyperbole.
Disappointed.
That's the real deal. Tom Brady, that guy bugs me so fucking much.
Why do you
Yeah.
hate greatness, bro?
I don't hate
Yeah.
him. I don't hate the guy. I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's super cool.
The word was bugs.
He
Blake.
bugs, man. He bugs. First of all, I hate people screaming "Let's go." That bugs me, dude. I'm bugged.
Well, you're losing. You're losing, brother, because
I
that ain't
understand.
going anywhere.
I understand. No, the thing is it will go. It'll
You're
go.
living a nightmare.
That's life.
No, I liked your
a nightmare.
I liked your pitch, dude. I think you need to have a PSA where it's "Let's stop, let's go," because it's gone too far.
It's too far, dude. And then now, Durs, explain it.
I was just going to say, I'm with Blake, where we got to get you guys out there listening to blast that hashtag, let's stop, let's go. Hashtag, let's stop, let's go.
We need to do a black and white PSA with sad, like, piano playing in the background, and we need to put it together. We need to call up all our celebrity friends.
All of them. The 6 of them we have.
Yeah.
The 6 of them. And
Eric Andre.
And 3 of us are right here.
Eric Griffin.
Eric
It's
Griffin.
all the Erics.
Maybe
Eric
Jillian
Roberts.
Bell.
I met him once.
Yeah, we'll see, man. And I think we could maybe finally put a stop to go. Let's stop, let's go.
Yeah. What you said now just didn't really work, so I'm glad you circled back to the
we
thing
circle right back to it. But
Yeah.
we have to. So, anyways, this Hertz rental car commercial.
Yeah.
It blew my. We all started texting. Like we all saw it within an hour of each other.
Yeah.
I saw it, and all of a sudden, the text started rolling in from you guys. Like, have you seen this fucking thing? It's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The whole thing is him. It's a Hertz rental car commercial. It's just him saying "Let's go," and then other people saying "Let's go" for the entirety of the commercial.
Yes.
And then the commercial says,
Let's go.
yeah, I was seeing him.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about rental car companies?
Yeah, Adam.
Dude, it fucking specifically hurts. He couldn't have paired with the most evil fucking corporation. Just the jugger. Like, come on. At least go with an underdog if you're going to
Right.
go.
Let's
like,
go.
Go with a budget. Go with somebody, a scrappy little underdog. You go with Hertz.
National?
The fucking evil empire. Go with National.
Who is the most low on the totem pole?
I'm TII or die. Other people that were part of our podcast, maybe they weren't.
Maybe
Maybe
they
they
died.
weren't. Maybe they
knows?
died. Maybe they died. We're not sure. We're not sure.
There's no telling.
Oh, man.
I have no video evidence of whether some people are dead or not.
And we don't care.
Do we think?
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't. I don't care.
Doesn't affect us.
It doesn't hurt us.
Does it? It doesn't affect us at all.
Never think about it.
Does it hurt?
Do we?
I don't
think
look at the screen looking for another window up there with a person in it. I don't.
that it is shady that Kyle
Oh, okay.
released
Get this off your chest.
that he released and notes sort of statement
Screenshot.
statement.
Right.
Is that him or is that his people? We don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know. We don't know if he's alive.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
I did see some comments where people are like, we deserve more than a notes screenshot because
I don't know if
people, relax. We deserve more.
It does seem like...
No, they do. They do.
That is the lowest form of apology in today's society, correct? Is you put your thoughts out on notes, you screenshot it, and then you send it to all your platforms. It's not very personal.
And then it's bye, bitch.
I will say the guy is busy. This is how busy people do it, right?
No.
He's too busy for the
That's
pod.
life.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I'm
Not
saying
buying
though,
it.
Are you saying he's an asshole?
I'm saying my boy might be venturing into asshole territory, and I'm here for it.
We've covered it. It's bitch and asshole combined. He's both.
Yeah.
He's one of the first people to be both.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Watching him transform into an asshole.
Yeah,
it's like
cool.
an altered beast.
Mm-hmm.
We did say that as soon as it was just the three of us,
we said that
the pod was going to really take off.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden last week, everybody's like, you guys were the number one pod I listened to? I think it made the numbers jump.
Yeah, for sure.
Our Spotify rankings were insane.
Well,
Right.
last week we were like number 15 in the world as
What?
far as pod. Yeah. So I don't know.
In a category or just period?
No, in period, I think.
Absolutely
And if
true.
not, definitely a category. I don't know. I didn't check it myself. Someone told me once.
Yeah.
like, what is exactly the definition of sexy? Because, yes, Paul Rudd, great guy, super handsome, doesn't age a lot. But when I think, like, sexiest man alive, I'm trying to, like, I'm thinking guys that get me, like, you know, flood the basement, man.
Yeah. It used to be more dangerous, right? Sexy has changed. The definition of sexy has changed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have they given it to Jason Momoa yet? Or is he's, like, next up?
That's what I'm saying.
He's next up.
He's too dangerous. He's too dangerous.
No.
That's what sexy is, dude.
Too edgy.
No. He's a family man. He's doing movies. He's working a lot. I think he's like the lovable dangerous. He's not like a strung out coke guy or anything.
He's a family. He has kids.
Is Momoa?
Yeah, he's got I'm assuming he's got a whole.
How did he skip
I
to
love it. He's a family man. He has kids. Yeah. I'm assuming. I thought he was just married to Lisa Bonet.
I mean,
wild stuff.
Sorry,
dude.
sorry.
With what I assume he's packing, he's juiced up a few. Okay, there's been a few children out there.
The wording, the word choice.
The
Hey
thing
guys,
about
did I
Momoa
tell you? We're
he's a
expecting.
family man.
You juiced her up. Yeah.
You juiced up your wife.
Yeah.
You jumbled her.
That's how I'm gonna announce when me and Chloe have kids. I mean, like, guys, guess what?
Hey guys, razzmatazz.
She's been
Juiced her up.
juiced.
Jamba Juice. Jamba Juice.
And Eric Griffin was in the break room like a day early. His audition was the day after. And you know, Eric, he was just kind of like, I'm here early. Or you do a great impression, Adam. I'm not the best Eric Griffin impersonator. But he basically was like, yo, I'm here a day early. And I fucked up. And I'm like, hey, man, it's cool. Whatever. And I went back to our writer's room. And I'm like, I just met Montez.
Yeah.
He's basically a
You did,
Sinbad
before you even
impersonator.
auditioned.
And Adam was like, who
Sin
is it?
worse.
I'm like,
I remember you came in, you're like, I just met Montez. And I'm like, oh shit, who? And you were like, Eric Griffin. And I know Eric from doing stand-up. And I'm like, hard pass, absolutely not. No! I'm going to say the name, no. Because Eric is, I've become really good friends with Eric.
go off.
But Eric is a total asshole, you know?
He's super nice. What?
He's super nice. He's super nice. But when you're coming up in stand-up,
He's a bitch.
he was just like really mean.
What?
What?
Yeah.
He was mean? That is not what I
Are you
expected.
saying, like, was he like checking you kind of thing? Like that kind of comedy guy? Very nice. Like just trying to like push you just to test you?
Yeah, no, he was like, he's like the sage old vet.
Right.
And he would
Really?
always treat me like the rookie.
Well, because he was
Really?
nervous.
It wasn't
he
like,
was like,
it wasn't
this guy's
mean,
funnier than me.
You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
like mean or whatever, but he was like, he was like, I'm the veteran, he's the rookie. Hey, you know, that sort of dynamic. And so when I was like, well, it's my show now. I don't want this guy to come in and treat me like the rookie. when I'm the boss. So that was the initial response. But then he crushed his, I'm the boss.
So you wanted to exact revenge on him. You wanted to be like, oh, you should have been
well,
nicer
and I
to me.
have for a decade now.
So that is the origin. That's where all the malice comes from?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Absolutely.
the tables have turned. This guy
but then
takes
he
tabs.
crushed his audition, and he was super funny, and has become a great buddy of mine.
A household name.
Yeah, why is stand-up like that? Why are people so cutthroat and mean to each other in stand-up and not uplifting at all?
Because stand-ups are
you have to
angry
be
loners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I think, yes, stand-ups are angry loners, and it's such a... You have to be a little bit of a egomaniac, and even to want to do it, where you're like, what the shit that I'm saying is important enough to go on stage. So there's levels to it.
That shit's important.
There's people that are pretty chill and cool, and then there's Eric Griffin, that fucking asshole.
Sexiest video of all time.
Sexiest video of all time?
Let's
just
take
right
a
off
moment.
the top of the dome.
Okay.
Let me give my instant reaction.
Donkey.
Tony Braxton.
Okay.
Wasn't it like... Wait, no. That's when she's like judging dudes coming off the elevator.
Dude, I remember that. Those guys were handsome. Hey, it's all good.
Yeah, you're right. That is Blake's favorite.
Let's
Good
go.
Dude. Right off the top of the dome.
I remember.
Right off the top of the dome, he thinks of a female's video judging
she would send him
sexy
back.
men. Yeah.
Yeah, but Tony Braxton was so hot that
Wait a second.
that's okay.
Off the top of the dome.
It's
that was a good one.
crazy that that's the first one that came to mind.
Just off the top of the dome.
Dude, I loved Tony Braxton so much. I still do to this day.
Sure. Weird video to have that be the sexiest video of all time.
You said sexy,
Wow.
and I envisioned Tony Braxton.
No. Yeah.
I think it was You're Making Me High. You're making me high.
You are correct.
And then it would be like the
video.
elevator doors open, and then a fireman would come out, and they'd like
and
rate
that's
him
what
like
Blake,
a 10.
That's what Blake likes.
Can I say something honestly? Regarding that video,
That's fine.
do.
And that's fine that you do. And that's fine. I love that for you.
I do remember watching that video and going, you know what? I'm going to watch this all the way through because, like, it's not a big deal. I'm not, like, homophobic. Yeah, sure, these guys are out here. They're taking their clothes off. So,
they're hot.
women take their clothes off in videos all the time. I can sit through this. I can enjoy it.
Yeah.
That was progressive of you.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't
It wasn't
even
my
remember
favorite
this.
sexiest video.
Yeah, I don't know if a top of the dome that would be the first one that just I rattle off. I feel like mine. Yeah, I feel like mine was just Ricky Martin, where he had his shirt off under that waterfall, or
Let's go.
Vida Loca.
Let's go.
or that LL Cool J, where he's also under a waterfall with his shirt off, just off the top of the dome. If I'm just spitting off the top of the, no, it has to be like Shakira She-Wolf, right? Remember that video?
That's pretty good.
She's just like, wearing like butt ass naked. She's wearing like flesh colored like thong, and you're just like, is she? Wait, is she?
Yeah.
She could be. Wait.
God, Shakira.
Can I fuck with you guys here though?
Please fuck with
absolutely.
us.
Hold on,
Please
let me
fuck with us.
go for it.
Aerosmith.
Oh God.
Aerosmith
From the 70s.
Wait. Come on.
Hang on.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
Crazy. With his daughter and
With
Alicia
Liv.
Silverstone
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and they go to like a strip club and like
All right.
dance.
Okay.
And for Blake, there's that farmer guy who takes his shirt off. And there's the gas station guy who might as well have been you. Who they go in, they like they like start stealing stuff from the gas station. He's like,
Should we talk about the elephant not in the room right now?
Again?
Well, yeah. I feel like
I guess we should, because they're probably like, wait, what's different about this week?
the community's probably a buzz right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like the community's
Let's go.
the community's a buzz.
Right.
Arugaloids are
They're
probably going to
spinning.
throw their salads away
Yeah.
when they hear
Guys,
the news.
You're never gonna believe it. Actually, you're probably gonna believe it.
You're going to believe it.
Freaking see ya.
Kyle quit the band. He's out. He said.
Kyle betrayed me.
Oh, go
Please
off.
play a little bit
You
of
got
that.
more? He's got some more.
I'm out of here.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys.
see ya.
Your king Arugaloid has left the building.
He's betrayed you.
for the time being, I guess.
What his people told us,
yes, we were contacted by his people.
Was that he was busy, and he's busy. That's fine.
He is busy.
He's busy, and he told us. His people didn't tell us. When you work in this business of show, sometimes there's a lot of pressure coming at you from all these big corporations taking over all the, and sometimes it weighs heavy on the shoulders, and you gotta do what you gotta do, and he's doing that.
It's a bagel.
Yeah, and are we afraid now that I don't want to say dead weight, but the weight that has been cut, are we afraid the podcast is going to be too good now?
It's going to soar? We're going to hit a party?
I'm a little afraid, just like we found a real nice pocket with Kyle, with the four of us, of just sort of middling. Just kind of, just sort of not doing too great with the podcast. And now I'm afraid we're gonna have to compete with the Rogans of the world.
Right.
We'll be right up there, with the other shows that are big. I'm sure there's other big podcasts.
There's got to be other big
There
ones.
has to be other big podcasts. Probably about murder. People
Probably
love
about
murder
I feel like
podcasts.
Always Sunny just threw their name in the hat. It's like
They're copying they're first of all, sipping our tea, chugging our Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we were the first to do a podcast ever.
Absolutely.
And now our podcast is going to be too good, and we're going to have to. It's going to be a runaway freight train, and I'm nervous for that. So
should we rename it?
Maybe. Two assholes and a bitch.
I like that.
I like that.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
Remember, I went. I paid. It was like they were super expensive. They were like $600 or something, and I had to ask my mom, like, "Yo, I can't cover this," and she's a sweetheart, and she gave me the money or half the money or whatever, probably all the money to go get them, and they were atrocious. The guy made me do 5 looks. Remember this, Durs? Like that he would make you do.
I fucking hated these people.
Yeah, they're the worst. And it was like $600.
Like Zeke and Michelle or some shit.
I have no idea who I went to, but he made me wear a like tank top, a wife beater, is what they used to call them, and I had to I held on to a chain link fence, and then looked over my shoulder like this.
Yep. Yeah. Because you know why?
Great ass!
The ass, man. They wanted
There it is.
Oh, you think they saw that ass and were like, "This is what's going to get him fired from some Domino's commercials"?
They were for sure you were going to be in porno, but I digress.
All right.
I was just cleaning up my
here's the
office,
reveal.
throwing some stuff away the other day. Came across like the last 10 of these.
Wow. And
Are we fucking with?
Oh my God!
Not
Are we fucking with this guy?
Not smiling.
It's a.
Well, you don't smile in a theatrical.
I feel like you that's the perfect guy to be like in a NCIS like special victims, and you are the rapist. Like I would cast that guy.
Oh sure, like you think it's somebody else, and then but it's in the back of your mind you're like,
he's like
you're like
the athlete that everyone is like, oh man, he's the best.
Right.
He's the star athlete in high school.
Yeah. He's
And
in
then
the early part of the episode. He's like, I drove her home. She was fine, and then I left. I don't know.
She was a real great girl.
Right.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the turn is it was you all along. Why didn't you get hired?
And then I went straight to hockey practice, and then I wasn't.
Why didn't you get hired for shit like that? That sucks, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Truth be told, I think like you just said, I got 500 of these made. Right?
Yeah.
And it cost $1,000, and I was like, and then
Yeah, it was so fucking expensive.
whoever sent them out, they like sent them all out, and then they were like, and then we'll need more, and I go, no. No.
Sir, I don't like it. It was such a racket, dude. It was the fuck. As soon as they were like, you don't need headshots, are kind of we could just email photos of you. I mean, I was like, thank fucking God.
I was just remembering, did you guys ever do like odd jobs like you were talking about, Taylor, like driving up and for $500, which sounds like a freaking dream gig back then? Did you have to do like, I remember TaskRabbit. Did you ever get to the point where you were just picking up weird ass side jobs like that? Like I remember going to somebody's garage and like building a shelf.
You were a TaskRabbit?
You were TaskRabbit?
Yeah,
As
I
like
did
an
a
experiment?
TaskRabbit. No, I as I needed to pay rent.
Can you imagine you need to get some furniture built and Blake shows up? Sorry I'm late. It took me 4 hours to find your place.
You know what I mean?
I drove the wrong way down the freeway.
I didn't bring tools. Did I need some? Okay, yeah.
My bad. I thought I could just screw the shit in by hand. That's all cool. No, all it really was, I remember just like building people's IKEA furniture.
How did
Wait,
you find them?
how
Before
did I not
TaskRabbit.
know this about you? I mean, I was living with you at the time that you were doing this, correct?
Sneaky.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
But you were an
making-
angry loner, Adam. So
I was busy being an angry loner.
Yeah, you didn't give me the time of day, man. You don't remember how poorly you treated me? Just didn't even look in my direction. Never asked me how I was doing.
Yeah, how do you think
That
all
is
that furniture
bullshit.
in your fucking apartment got built, man?
Yeah, man.
No
You
respect?
TaskRabbited me.
That's the exact
That's how you-
opposite. When
how
we
you
were
roll,
roommates, I wanted to hang out with Blake all the time, and he just wanted to count his change sitting cross-legged on his bedroom floor. That's all he wanted to do.
I did. I definitely did.
I'd come into his room. He was always
Counting
counting
change?
his. Yeah, he was always like
Tips?
counting his like pennies and nickels.
Yeah, well, I had like a little what do you call a coin jar or whatever. Remember when you would get the fucking Sparklets like water jug and try to fill it with change?
We talking
People do that
Coinstar
anymore?
action here? We
I
back
know-
to
Well,
it?
that's the thing. You didn't use Coinstar. Coinstar takes a fucking cut, dude.
Yeah, that's. I was like, just take it to Coinstar. They'll count it
Hell
for
no.
you. And I'm also like, even the bank will count it for you.
Right.
No. You buy sleeves. You count them
Yo,
out in stacks.
you're
You
insane.
fill the sleeves.
Time
no,
is
I'm
money.
not about to give Coinstar what they
You
take.
don't
like,
have to go to. You just go to the bank.
Nah, not a big ass Sparklets jug.
Actually, I think the bank might charge you too.
He didn't trust.
Not a
he didn't-
Sparklets jug. You're not gonna count my whole Sparklets jug.
They just
They
put it into
pour
a
it into a
machine. They
thing,
pour it into a
yeah.
thing. It's not like some poor woman has to sit back there and count penny by penny
Oh.
like you do on your bedroom floor.
Yeah.
Hey, also, I
anyway.
didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
It was between TaskRabbits.
Blake's very he's a tactile person. He
What?
likes the smell of the coins on his fingers.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
when you say that about me, I'm not giving you the time of day. I would always come in. I'd be like, "Hey, let's go do something." I mean, we even dated roommates.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't shake
So
you.
I wanted. So like when we would, the only reason I dated that girl was to get closer to you, right?
Wow.
Stop.
Perfect.
Zip it.
I just want to be closer to you, dude.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
Dude, I
I
was
never
just
got sick of Blake. Blake immediately was like, he'd go like, "Hey, are you going over to their house tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you?" And he's like,
Then no.
"Then no."
I gotta count my coins.
I'm just gonna sit
Dude.
here. Fuck, he's a
Carpooling to our girlfriend's house.
I mean, you
That's
save on
weird.
gas. Smart. You guys have always been ahead of the curve. Always been sneaky.
So TaskRabbit. So I did not know. I thought TaskRabbit came after we had done the show. I could also see Blake.
It did. Blake
Yes.
was doing Craigslist or something.
It must have been Craigslist then. I would like go down the thing and it would say, "We'll pay you."
I could also see Blake. We did season 1 of Workaholics, and Blake being like, "Well, I'm going to pick up a few TaskRabbits."
Right.
Dude, the
Yeah, this
jobs
is-
were usually easy, and you get a good story out of them. It'd be kind of fucking sick to
Well, what is
re-enter.
Blake, what's one story?
What? Name one.
you
Name
fucking idiot. And,
Name
you know,
one.
I got plenty of
Hey.
real things that'll
Name
just have
one
you
good
rolling
story,
on
dude.
the
It's a bagel.
floor.
Name one good story that came out of this, dude.
Yeah,
There's
dude, I was
plenty.
like,
There's plenty.
I was in this garage and I like put this bookshelf together, and the girl turned out to be just this girl. It was
Uh-huh.
cool, man.
She's like, "Do you want water?" And I was like,
I was
"Okay."
like, wait, is there like something in the water or something? I don't know.
And there wasn't.
And there wasn't. It was just water.
It
So
was
anyway.
just water.
3 hours and $20 later.
No, I never did. Well, I mean, when we first got to LA, I remember me and our old podcast member.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember. His name.
See ya.
Freaking see ya.
Kyle betrayed me. And
Then he lied, tried to hide. We did like in the middle of the night. It was illegal what we were doing. We would go and break into people's homes and no.
We were cat burglars, essentially.
We would break into people's homes where they're sleeping.
We'd steal
and take their shit.
necklaces.
Oh, dude, yeah.
We were necklace thieves.
And then jerk off in their
Jewels.
plants. He was a huge Louis C.K. fan. Our old podcast.
Goodbye.
remember.
So now that Kyle quit, he always called him a bitch, but
Right.
is quitting a bitch?
Kyle betrayed me.
Is quitting a bitch
Was this a bitch move?
or is that an asshole move, leaving us?
Ooh, dude.
Is he being an asshole?
You know, now that's a great debate right there. Speaking of Dave King's podcast. But
Yeah, check it out.
yeah,
Friend of the
I don't
show,
know.
friend
To
of the
some
pod.
of us, I feel like, yeah, it could be taken as a bitch move, and some can kind of feel like an asshole. I guess it depends if you're an asshole or a bitch yourself. You might, since you guys are assholes, you're kind of in the alpha side of things. You might be like, oh, that's a freaking bitch move. Because you
Right.
guys, you know, you're just so strong and intimidating. And,
Yeah, that's us.
and you know, it's just like, you kicked someone off the island, but for someone over here who's just a little bitch in the corner, I'm like, oh gosh, man, that feels like a real asshole to abandon me to these wolves of friends that I have, because I'm scared.
Friend wolves.
I feel like if he does another podcast,
Mm-hmm.
that's asshole.
Okay.
If
I don't think he started another podcast. If I was a betting man,
hey,
I am.
I don't know. Maybe he would do something else in a different vein than just, you know, talking with your best friends.
Right.
yeah, it'd be ping pong and podcasting together
See, you don't
while
listen.
growing vegetables.
It's pickleball. Okay, Adam, you don't listen, and maybe that's why Kyle is gone. All right.
Sorry, he got into pickleball like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Hey, I still want to play. I think it sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
It does.
We have like 5 or 10 more years left of like a lot of the animals on Earth and like coral and like, so let's just go out and see it while it's still here, because it's all going to be gone very soon.
Blake, you're on the internet all the time, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Don't get on your high horse and pretend like you're
Yeah.
not always on the internet.
You're the only one of us that knows how to Photoshop. So
Yeah, you're like you're one of my more plugged in guys when it comes to the world of the internet. I bet
Well,
you have more than 3. I only go to 3 websites.
bitch.
What are they?
It's Pornhub, Gmail, and then the other one's debatable.
YouPorn. And it's Pornhub, Gmail, and the other one's YouPorn.
The other one, I mean, it's like maybe a Deadline Hollywood to find out stuff about, like, I don't know,
Your adversaries.
Goodbye.
of my adversaries.
You go to, wait, what were the 3? Gmail? Pornhub?
Gmail.
YouPorn. Yeah.
I don't go to YouPorn. I'm pretty Pornhub loyal.
You know what's crazy? Go to YouPorn every once in a while. It's got a different vibe. The videos have a different kind of thing that might catch you off guard. I go there probably once a month to just check it out and I go, whoa, this is...
Shake things up?
Whoa, this is a different interface. This is
It's a little
exciting.
shittier. It's a little kind of grimier if you're like looking for a less polished thing every
Yeah.
once in a while.
This is
Okay.
YouPorn. You know what I don't like about that, though, is if somebody is using any of your devices and they put, you know, Y into the search bar looking for YouTube, and you go to YouPorn more than YouTube, that's going to be the first thing that pops up.
Hey, so you have to have a special computer as a dad. You have to have a special computer.
Yeah.
With that, it's like you put like black tape on it or something. You're like, that's just daddy's computer.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Don't touch the one with the giant X on it.
Drop it.
I guess any sticker would work.
Remember the Austrian guy who had like the 18 doors down to the dungeon where he kept his like
Yeah, the
kids
one
or
that
whatever?
looked exactly like you as an old man.
Exactly. That's where I keep the porno computer, just behind 18 doors.
Yeah, I have a little hidden compartment right behind my.
No, you said
my tile.
You said department
I have
buddy
a
of mine-
whole department store of porno hidden.
of just underwear on racks that you like squeeze when you jizz.
It's like a Macy's. Cartoons were hot.
I never wanted to fuck cartoons, unlike
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
right. Are you kidding
yes.
me?
I never wanted to
Jessica
fuck
Rabbit.
cartoons.
What's
Jessica
the-
Rabbit?
What about the
Okay,
bunny
okay, I
from
take it back.
Space Jam?
Jasmine from Aladdin,
yes.
Right.
Pocahontas.
Rick.
Those
He
are
was
my
hot as hell.
1-2 punches, and then Jessica Rabbit was okay, but
You wait,
hey,
don't
too
say
much going
punch
on.
about two women. You're like, those are my punches. My 1-2 punches are these two
Oh,
women.
you know what he means.
You know what I get? What I'm trying to say.
I know what you get. You get angry.
I
and you get
angry.
physical. I never saw Pocahontas. Was that a good movie?
I don't remember it being good. I remember her.
I watched it
I remember
recently.
her being like, Okay.
The song's very heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wolf cry.
Seen the colors of the mountain?
I think it's. Have you ever heard the wolf cry?
Have you ever painted with the colors of the wind?
Yeah.
Dude.
Who wrote that shit?
Imagine
Phil
if you
Collins,
could.
probably.
Yeah. Always.
He was all up in it.
Mhm.
And then they had the other one that was like, savages, barely even human.
And that's the one that really
It's
stuck
problematic.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like 4 songs in the movie. There weren't that many.
So
It was weak.
you just
with you.
watched this
You're yelling at me.
because what, you have a daughter, so you're always just like throwing on the old school like
Well,
Yeah,
female
is that what you're
empowerment
doing?
movies?
no, dude.
No, I mean like if that I'm assuming
No, this
that's-
is my.
you gotta
I
lean
don't.
into it a
There's
little
no
bit.
BET uncut anymore. So like late at night, I just walk down memory road, dude.
Right.
I'm just like, what's up with those Disney movies? Were they good? Everybody's asleep. Daddy's gonna go watch his Disney movies.
Some of them hold up. Beauty and the Beast holds the fuck up.
Yeah, that shit is fucking rocks.
The
Um,
Little Mermaid music is strong.
yeah, Sebastian carries that movie. If we're being honest.
What's up with
Weekend.
you and your weekend?
A lot of soccer for kids.
Yeah, baby.
What is that like, Durs? Do you like any of the other dads? What's it like?
You think I'm I'm so drunk.
Do you
I
like
have no idea.
No, I
like
mean-
the other fathers?
No, it's because you have to like befriend these other these families, right?
Yeah,
These
of course.
other friends of people. I feel like my parents put like my mom liked everybody, but I feel like my dad just went through like 18 years of putting up with people.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, it's fine. And then
As soon as they leave.
as soon as I graduated high school, he was no longer friends with any of them, and he got a completely new group of friends.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking out later."
They're fine. They're okay. They're cool. Everybody's, you're just there
Okay, all right.
to make
coded
sure the kids
language.
are having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is weird though. That's like the whole thing about the process is like, of course you want your kids to have friends, but when you're an adult, it's being friends with the other parents, and it's like,
Right.
people are fucking weird, dude. People are weird.
Yeah,
They're
people
weird.
have their own little things. And by the way, you don't want to like get too close because then next season your kids are on different teams and you're like,
Oh shit.
hey, how you
Competition.
been, dude?
And
like,
then your kids are like, "But why? Where's Wolf?"
Right. Yeah,
Chase my
here's a
mom's
little-
kids.
Where's Nakoa Wolf?
You got a couple assholes coming for the
Yeah.
bitch of the crew, and
If I become the fucking punching bag, I'm out of here. That's an event. How about the event is that I can't take it anymore?
well, first of all, you said punching bag.
and you blow your freaking brains out.
You said punching.
Is that how you talk, you fucking bitch?
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, hide behind your sound.
No, I don't. I do not think. I do not think that we would continue if one of us were to perish. I think
Right.
perishing. We might do one final wrap up, sort of give the guy who died his flowers.
Yeah.
I would think that would be one of the saddest. Like, just you guys would be crying the whole time, right?
No.
No. We would make it fun. We would
know
make
what-
it fun.
Like the whitest kids you know,
why don't you
those
cry
guys
about it?
were
Yes,
fucking.
yes.
That was so good.
Yes.
Talking about their homie who passed away, they went on to kind of
Forevermore, R.I.P.
Trevor Moore,
Your flowers
RIP.
delivered.
they went online to kind of tell everybody what exactly happened because it was shrouded in mystery.
Yes, it was.
What happened? I didn't know. I'm not privy.
I think what finally. I mean, it was just a terrible. It was an accident.
Let me because
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay,
go
say-
ahead.
let me just say with
Can
the
I
guy,
finish?
the guy,
Can I finish?
the guy with the soundboard doesn't even. Okay, so they all got on to announce it, and then they basically said he died sucking his own dick and like drowning in his own cum, and they played it
Oh,
so
that's right.
straight, and it was
Yeah.
so funny.
That is the
Um,
best.
That's how you would want
That's
it.
right.
If you guys didn't
you guys
do that
sent
for me,
that
I'd be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean that is how maybe you would want, but I don't. If my parents they listen to the pod and that's how you guys put me on, I don't know if they'd be like, yeah, man, they fucking gave Blake a really great send off. Remember when they said he like died from?
Yeah, but like parents would get it. They'd be like, "Oh, like
Yeah, like, are your parents cool though, or are they?
look, even if here's a
I'm
here's a-
raised by bitch wolves. Like if I could rock girl style with like out getting in trouble or like being judged by my fucking peers,
no one's gonna judge you.
those no butt pocket jeans were kind of fire, dude.
Let me tell you something. go throw them on now and you'll get like PR about it.
Yeah, right?
You know, people will say like you're brave, you know?
I feel like that's when it was kind of like a low-rise jean. It was dope, dude. That
But
shit
also
was
they
Yeah, the
have purses.
low-rise-
Like where are you putting your wallet and your phone?
Do you remember how
really
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
the low
Go
rise
ahead.
was?
Oh,
Jesus
for men or women?
Christ. I mean, I don't remember it really being a man thing.
It was a man thing.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that. You were more you were more into the designer jean.
No, that was like if you were in like the
Yeah.
Black Crows or something. Then you could do the low rise. But other than that, nobody was rocking little.
Fever dog.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember it being a guy thing. I remember just
was.
Christina Aguilera's like literally
Unreal.
her top pussy was hanging out of her.
Mhm.
You saw top
Out of
puss.
her many pussies, the top one was hanging out.
The top part of the puss.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was like super in to just show your tummy off, dude. It was a time for tummies.
Yeah.
Big tummy
The
phase.
lower part of the tummy. I feel like recently it's been like an upper tummy. Like, what is
Yeah.
the deal with
Super
the
high.
shirts?
You're right. Now
They're
it's
like, look at the
up
top
high.
of the bottom of my ribs above my belly button.
Well, that's
Do
to show
girls
off
not know that's
underboob.
not a good look?
No, I think it's a
No,
cool
it's kind
look.
of hot.
I don't mind
What's
it.
okay? What is good about it?
I think what it is it's skin. I feel like
Oh yeah,
skin,
fair
any
enough.
amount of
Fair
skin.
enough. No, you
is
say no
pretty
more. I get
cool,
it.
I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
You're
It's
saying
skin.
because now girls are kind of wearing the pants way up higher, like almost past the belly button, right?
Right.
Well, you know what I think it is kind of a little bit of a hack. It's almost like when you wear Spanx, like how it kind of like sucks everything in. I don't know. It just makes the form look nice.
And once again, we know chicks.
Dude, we know chicks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey,
Let's
ladies, your form looks nice.
let's bring the pants back down. Let's get belly chains back. That was another thing I was very
Oh,
jealous
yeah.
of. I wish I had a belly
Wait.
chain without being judged.
Wait, you were
What?
jealous of
It
it?
got real quiet.
Yeah, man, that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. Belly chains?
Okay. Yeah, no judgment here, but
It seems like you're judging.
I'm not. There's no judgment here.
No.
Why?
He's full of wonder.
Why?
The more chains on your body, the better.
Okay.
Like, come on. The more you can bling out.
You know, you can't do it, Blake. You live in Los Angeles, a city where if you want to wear
Right.
belly chains, more power to you. I feel like you
Right.
live in the city.
Weird, wild stuff.
That you could really do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah,
and people
but
are like,
can
all
I
right.
do-
all
Dude,
right.
I think about this a lot. I'm like, can I like
He
truly?
thinks about it a lot. Continue.
He's always thinking about this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm constantly on Amazon waiting for the right belly chain to pop up,
Uh-huh.
and they're just not out there. Nobody's producing them.
Right.
No, it like, can you really reinvent yourself like that hard? Where like I just like if I started rocking a belly chain, they'd be like, is Blake really doing this because like
Yes.
his soul told him
Haven't
to?
you met anybody from high school that reinvented themselves when you like run into them again and you're like,
But I'm
okay, I
It's like-
see that you
Sure.
you picked a lane and you went right down the pipe.
Well, I think you'd have to ease into it. I think you got to
Get a
start
belly
wearing
ring.
some belly shirts.
I don't know. I think if you
no,
just
that's
like
good. No, I
I
get
think,
that.
move to a new
I think you
town?
move into belly shirts, go on jogs, wear like short shorts and like a belly shirt, like as if it's
Like
like,
a
an
little, like-
ironic
right.
80s workout type thing.
like a football practice jersey
Yep.
mesh.
There we
Yeah.
go. Now
Walter
we're talking.
Payton poster.
And then
Yeah.
and then you do something like you wear like an earring that hangs down or something.
Yeah.
Like
I pierce my ear.
You pierce your
like
ear.
a feather.
And
Yeah.
and it hangs down, which is popular now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then people are like, okay, he's doing a thing. And then you move on to
No
maybe
pockets on my jeans.
you rip them off. You hire a kid to come over to your house and task grab it all the pockets.
I
off
go
your jeans.
Insta live. I show him ripping the pockets off my jeans.
Uh-huh.
I show the transformation
And then you
happen.
got to get a nipple pierced because I feel like if you have a belly chain,
Yeah.
there's like an 85% possibility that you also have a nipple piercing.
Yo,
But-
by the way, Kid Cudi was just like in my newsfeed the other day, and he goes,
Okay,
"Kid
speaking
Cudi
of-
shows off his nipple piercing," and I'm like, "This is in my newsfeed," and it was just like
Well,
an
it
open button
knows
shirt
what you
with his
like.
nipple piercing out. Oh, it knows.
Yeah.
Well,
The
it knows
news-
I have a friend who's been thinking about this for a long time.
Dude, that's what I'm saying though. Also with like a dude like me, you know, I'm I'm not making waves like that anymore. There's probably somebody already.
Dudes like you never do.
Dudes like you do, Blake.
There's probably somebody
you gotta
who's-
believe in yourself.
There's somebody
make
well on
waves.
their way.
Maybe you're not even a dude like you. Maybe you're a dude like somebody else.
I'm just
Have you thought
saying,
about
like,
that?
I don't know if belly chains is my lane. Like, Lil Uzi Vert's gonna do it first.
You said it.
Well, you were the one. Yeah, you were the one saying you're the one who brought this up.
You're talking me off the ledge, brother. I'm done.
A buddy of mine's dad had a computer in the garage.
It's Adam. I already know it's Adam.
It's a bagel.
Buddy of mine's dad. Yeah.
Yeah, his dad when we were kids. And I
Dad'em.
remember in Blake's favorite decade, the 90s.
Dad'em.
And I always was like, what a weird place to put a computer. You know, I
In
was
the
like,
garage?
Yeah.
in the garage.
Now
It seems like a
you get it.
strange. And now I understand why it was there. That really just dawned on me within this conversation that he was going to the garage because that was his porno computer that the children were not allowed to touch.
Yeah, some guys work on cars and some guys work on their
Lube something else.
Lube the pipe.
Jiffy Lube.
What's funny, Adam, is I was ready to come to this guy's defense. And I'm like, yeah, he for sure just didn't work at home. And then I was like, yeah, but he's beating off in there.
For sure he is. Because he didn't work at home. He had a job. He left.
He put in some hours though.
Yeah, he's putting in some
He's punching in.
work in the metaverse.
I was so hyped on the bros that would get busted on Zoom calls, like beating off, and they thought they were
I
on
know.
camera.
That
I was
one
so
guy,
hyped on those dudes.
I thought that one guy, Tubin or whatever, like I didn't realize the intricacies of like they were on a Zoom call and then they're like, hey guys, let's take a 5-minute break. And everyone broke off. Some people didn't. He thought he did and then just started beating off. And then they were like, hey, Tubin. By the way, we're like 7 months late on this. This poor guy is just like, we just started. But anyway, he didn't realize he was on.
So who was he? Sorry, who was he?
He works for like the New York Times, I think.
Oh, okay. So he was a reporter.
Winning.
Like a journalist, right?
Oh, okay.
And didn't realize he was still on Zoom, and they were like, Jeffrey, and he was like, oh fuck. So then he
And his headset wasn't on, so he's just double fisted. Just
going furious. Like by the way, apparently
trying to bang one out. He's only got 5 minutes.
exactly.
Your boobs are huge.
he immediately called people and apologized and was like, oh my god, so sorry. Doesn't matter. But the headlines made it seem like
You gotta double down. You're out the door.
the headlines made it seem like this dude was just like on the down low, like, what? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, totally. Just a lot of shoulder movement.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah, my
Have you
dick
guys
had-
been
Talk body
constantly recognized with your masks on?
Have we I
Have you been constantly recognized with your mask on, like in public?
I've never worn a mask.
don't know. I wouldn't say. I
don't wear masks.
I'm done wearing it. I'm done wearing it. I already caught COVID.
I never have.
So,
Yeah, I'm anti-mask.
yeah, Blake's the anti-masker of the group.
All right.
I feel like the first time that I ever like was out in public, like I took a flight to, where the hell did I go? I think it was to Atlanta,
Jet setter.
and I was already feeling very like anxiety ridden that I was amongst people and I just didn't want anybody around me because we were so freaked out by this whole fucking scenario.
Yeah, bitch,
and then
go
like
ahead.
right out of the gate, somebody walked up to me like, "Hey, are you Blake from Workaholics?" And I had the mask on, and I'm
Did
like,
you have the hair up in a bun or a hood or what?
I had it back in a ponytail, but maybe
Yeah.
these like really sleepy baby blues just lured them in.
Do you think
But they-
you have
they
sleepy
recognized.
baby blues?
I feel like
I
it
feel
looks
like-
like I have like very weighed down stoner eyes.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if the color of your eyes are sleepy. It's the fact that the dark circles around your eyes.
Yeah, I think you're just tired. Just say
Hey,
my
man.
tired eyes.
Yeah, you got a real
That's
thick
why I got the
patch of
pits, baby. Don't worry about the eyes. I got the pits.
That's what Chloe always says. She says that I look like a person that's 5 years younger than my actual age, but who's really tired all the time. That's what she says. She's like, you just look 5 years younger, but really tired.
That's sweet
I'm
of
like,
her.
all right. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah, all right.
that.
I'll see you
take
later.
that.
Wait, what? I keep getting recognized. Like, I don't understand it.
Okay, Durs, we get it. You're famous. You're in fucking movies with Bobby
damn,
D, dude.
you're the
I
most
true.
get it. Okay.
I guess I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird because you're like, you barely recognize your own friends. If you like rolled up some mirror, you'd be like, Adam?
Well, I feel people are used to seeing people with masks on now. So I feel like you can recognize in this part of the pandemic, it's a little easier to clock people because you're used to seeing everybody in masks. When at the beginning.
Well, by that rationale, like if we wore full bodysuits long enough, I guess we would figure out how to recognize people's movement and shit.
Yeah, their walks, their body types.
Like how Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
okay.
the way that his
Go
secondhand guy described the way the turtles were fighting, it was familiar. It was something from the past.
Okay. I like to think that you just started this conversation just to get this point, and I'm here for it. Let's talk about freaking Shredder and his past.
By the way, that movie, it's heavy.
You're talking
not for
Ninja
kids.
Turtles 1.
Ninja Turtles 1 from 1990
whatever.
or whatever. 1990, 99.
Yeah, it was a game
91.
changer.
Yeah.
Like, opens up, the way it's shot, when they go into
the
like.
first movie? Was it feels like it's Tim Burton. I know it's not, but it's like.
I think it's Steven something.
It's
I don't
Steven,
fucking
yeah.
know. Our producers might know.
Yeah, that guy.
Steven Spielberg.
But like.
It was coming off hot off of E.T., went right into Ninja Turtles.
Did you see it in the theaters, boys?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Yep.
because I remember when Raphael says "damn," it shook me to the core. I'm like, oh shit, motherfucker, they cuss, they cuss,
absolutely shook.
The turtles cuss.
Damn.
Well, and you didn't like that? I love that.
Well, yes,
know,
but it
you're a
was like
bad boy.
it was like a grown up, like whoa, like when you see your parents, like fighting physically.
See, when your parents make you watch them fuck.
When you see your mom stomp on your dad's balls.
When they would juice each other.
I guess prep your parents, like let them know.
Well,
let them know now, like, hey, if I were to die, Adam and Durs are going to talk about how I need to have my stomach pumped from guzzling too much jizz, and I didn't, and that's why I died. I suffocated with the amount of, I drowned in jizz.
I've thought about like having funny montages or songs played at my funeral for sure. Like where it's just like when people show up and they're like, oh man, this is crazy, that like something happens where they're like, oh, we got to get out of here. Why are we even here? Why did he do that? Why did he play that montage?
Yeah.
Let's go. Fuck this dude.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's actually. Sorry, I misspoke. Let's leave.
Anders died.
That'd be the ultimate punk. It's just the video that you show is just a montage of people screaming "Let's go," and you have to, and everyone has to sit there and watch this like 12-minute montage of just people screaming "Let's go." I think I would kill myself if I was at one of your funerals. I'd be like, I have to join him on the other side because this is too much.
My kids are watching it like. What?
Your dad was so funny, man, and he would work so hard on scripts. I loved him. Let's go.
So your dad's gone forever, but he left this very confusing montage for you to watch. He's not gonna be there to raise you. But this is pretty funny.
But this is the thing he left for you.
And then you guys are like,
your brothers.
You don't get it. You're 4 years old. You don't get it.
You don't get it?
Oh, you don't get it.
Oh, God, your dad was so funny. You're not even funny
You're
yet.
not even funny, dude. You're only 4. You're so dumb at 4.
If right now on the
That's life.
Here's my cow. He'd be like this. He'd go,
yeah, man, vibro.
Wasn't it Spice? And we go, and then we go in on him for 10 minutes while the producers had time to look up the names. They still
we would.
I
would
wish
rail
Kyle was
against
here.
Kyle.
I wish Kyle was here because I would like to give him flowers. We really took him to task on the last. I know. I'm sorry, Durs. I'm sorry to do this.
No. I'm looking in the thing now. They're saying Adams was her OG last name, but that's
Victoria Adams. Okay, Victoria.
Weird.
Adams. All right.
Who's Justice? Why?
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, Adam. You have the floor.
Well, Victoria Justice is a actress.
Okay. Well, she wasn't at soccer.
Yeah, I was gonna give Kyle flowers because we gave him shit about he's like Sizzler, and it was I'm going to Disney World is the saying that everyone always said after they won the Super Bowl or whatever.
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to Disney World. but he was referring to, well, he didn't know what it was from and couldn't explain it well. So that's why we were shitting on him. But it is from a movie. It's from White Men Can't Jump when he's like, I'm going to Sizzler. We're going to Sizzler.
Wait, you're giving him way too much credit right now. Because it's not like he was like, I'm going to like sing very sing-songy.
Yeah, he didn't sing it. He just said like, that's a thing, right? That's a thing that people say. And we were like, no, it's not a thing that. I know, that sucks that we live in a world that when you think you're on a 5-minute break, you can't
stroke break?
You can't crank down.
Yeah, what the hell?
Have we talked about how we had people call their parents and ask parents who were bosses? Back to the Workaholics writers' room. We were doing an episode. We were talking about instead of a smoke break, can you take a stroke break to go beat off if you're like you just need to, right? You got to just
And now I feel like it has you have a leg to stand on saying like emotional health.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Ejaculating right now would emotionally make me feel better, relieve stress.
Yeah,
right. And so we had. People whose fathers had people who worked for them. And there were no mothers, but so we had Kyle called his dad and was like, "What are you fucking talking about? Like you did it on your own time."
Yeah, Kyle's daddy he yelled at him.
But our writer's assistant, he'll go nameless for now because I don't know if he wants this out there, but he's a good man. This was in
the writer's room where we were calling everybody's
He's a good man.
Yeah. Sure.
And he's Tony Goodman. And he called his dad, who's a lawyer and has a firm. And the dad was like, absolutely not, like legal jargon. And we were like, whoa, your dad sounds hella smart and like a boss.
And it was using really big words. We were all really impressed.
But then he called back and was like, look, I don't know, maybe.
He had time to think about it, cool down a little bit.
And I don't know, if you guys, I guess I wouldn't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I guess there needs to be. I feel like if we ever get offices again together,
it's never gonna happen.
Probably never will happen again because we're all always in different places. But I feel like we should just have a room and for either sex to go in, and if they want to crank down.
No, because I don't want to go in the room you went in.
Why not?
Why? It's a jerk. You've been in many rooms I've jerked off.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in my house?
I don't doubt that. What I'm saying is when you bust, there's got to be particles. As we learn about coronavirus, there's got to be like jizz particles that hang in the air for upwards of days.
Okay.
Really?
There's got to be.
It's science.
You think
If I know my guy, there is.
Yeah. I jizz glitter, and you can't get it off.
You're like a brownie?
It's everywhere. Yeah.
You kind of dust the place because they do say like, wasn't the whole thing like when you smell farts, you're actually getting like poo particles into your nose or something?
Yes, but that's not exactly what it is. But I'm sure that there's some remnants.
Yeah,
You're
right.
getting gas, but like, there's for sure that one particle that was like. There to attack your nose.
Like true poo.
True poo, yes.
True poo. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I always heard, like that's what the smell of farts was just like small particles of poo hitting your nose.
No, it's methane or whatever. Like it's actual gas.
Okay, well that's way grosser to me than
jizz?
You guys being covered in my jizz.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Just particles.
Covered, yeah.
Just particles.
Bukkake me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved cursing as a little kid. I feel like
of course,
some kids some kids like don't like it. It's
who didn't on the playground? Oh my god, on the playground.
I had a cursing club that me and my friends. It was my buddy's porch, and I'd go over there, and you had to say like dumb shit motherfucker or something in order to get in, and then we'd get in there and we'd curse and
no
stuff.
You're right. I remember kids being like, you swear a lot, or like, man, I shouldn't swear. And I had a friend who was talking about how he's like, I gotta stop swearing, I do it too much. And we were like 9.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
it got real.
I gotta stop fucking swearing. Oops.
I will also say that Anders Holm,
I do it too much. Oops.
Anders Holm, you have the worst mouth of any of the friends I have in my life. You have a terribly foul mouth. You cuss
I thought you were gonna say like breath, dude. Because
no.
Yours is rank.
I want to live inside that. You cuss so much. You know that, right?
And motherfucker.
You have a very foul mouth. So you must have been on the playgrounds just spitting.
I don't remember Durs having like the worst mouth. Like,
am I dead?
I don't remember, man.
No, I mean,
R.I.P. But
I feel like you don't have the,
You might not even
sure.
notice it. I still am like, I don't know. Do you guys cuss in front of your parents?
Yeah.
Not like unless it's like really necessary. Like I said,
Yeah,
like
close the fucking door.
I said, Mom, get me the fucking right. Yeah.
Yes, get me a fucking spoon.
It's my fucking chair now, Dad.
Yes.
You know, that kind of stuff.
I'm the fucking patriarch of the family now, bitch.
Right.
Hey, ass.
Things like that.
Hey, asshole.
Yeah. I only swear when I'm referring to my parents.
Do I have to whip my dick out of this on you to get the fuck out of my house?
Yeah, I guess I do it when it's like if I like describing the contractors at my house, I'd be like, they're driving me fucking crazy, and
Sure.
like because I just have to. That's the only way I can describe that. But I don't like casually swear in front of them. Like, man, it's cold as shit out there, guys. Like they go, what? What are you doing? I'm just saying it's fucking cold outside.
Fucking
I feel like
cold.
my parents, not my mom so much.
You have a different relationship. Your
Yeah,
parents, your dad swears. My dad never swore in front of me, really.
Yeah, my dad is more like a older brother, if anything.
Right. Are you sure he's not like the Workaholics episode?
Yeah, that was
Smoke shit.
that was the Workaholics episode where Jack Black is like claiming to be your brother the whole time, and at the end he's your dad, right?
It's either that or the other way around. But yeah.
No, he was claiming to be my dad the whole time, and then later out I found out he's my brother.
Right. Colin Farrell started it.
Yeah, just started
Right.
wearing it way back,
Yeah.
way
Talking
back,
wearing,
like hanging your
beanies
shit off,
just like way
Yeah.
the fuck back here.
like all the way back. This was during Deep V season. This is when V's got deep, dude. Remember how deep V's got?
I got a quick funny
Yeah.
Deep V story where not Deep V, but a
V's
hat
got-
story. Out with my homie.
I don't even fuck with V's at all.
Yeah, fuck a V. V's are for
Fuck a V.
squares.
It's hard to find a V now.
Yeah.
I remember being out at a
Durs
club.
is looking.
I was
He's
out
trying.
at a club with a homie, and he goes, "Look at this fucking guy. It's 80 degrees out, and he's wearing a fucking winter hat." And I look at my guy, and I'm like, "You're wearing a winter hat." And he goes, "Oh fuck, you know what I fucking mean, though." I was like, "I haven't seen that guy in a few years, but he's a fun guy." But it was like, dude, maybe don't
You're
worry about
doing
that guy. You're him. Maybe you guys should kick it.
Down, did that guy wear eyeliner?
Oh wait,
No,
Could I fit in with this club?
I don't know. He was
Hold on,
fun,
because-
fun dude.
hold up, because I don't
I
want
knew
to.
some homies back in the day that I would be like, with other friends, I'd be like, does he wear eyeliner?
Guy liner,
Or like,
dude.
I don't know.
Dude, it was guy liner. It was swoop necks. It was
Yeah.
lots
deep,
of
deep V's.
yeah, because
Mhm.
V's hat was an actual V shape. But remember when the swoop started, where it was just like, remember when you were in like elementary school and you play like
Yeah, it looks
football
like
and
someone,
motherfuckers would
caught
hang
your-
on your
Yeah.
collar,
Mm-hmm.
and remember how fucking swooping that neck would get. Urban
Mm-hmm.
Outfitters, it was crazy. Titties were out, nipples were
I
out.
haven't been into
male
an Urban
nipples.
Outfitters,
Men's breasts.
Outfitters in a while. Have you, Blake? Is
Yeah, Blake is still disguised as a high school student. Of course he has. I'm just gonna go see what they
No,
have
I
in here.
feel like
Oh,
Blake
purple jeans.
keeps-
Yeah, all right.
Blake keeps a finger on the pulse.
Uh-huh.
Blake keeps he's the go-to cool guy of the group.
Hey,
I'm
well-
sure he goes into Urban Outfitters.
I'm
Blake,
shopping
when was
for
the last
my
time you were in an Urban Outfitters.
Last week.
Really? For yourself or
What?
checking on your own merch?
What?
Because actually urban now it's
Wait
like
a
urban
minute.
home, and they have like cool pillows and
okay.
like they have like funny ornaments for your
Okay.
Christmas tree. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but the clothes game is kind of weak now. I feel like
Hmm.
they've been poached so hard that like if you buy something from
I love that I know you so well that I knew you'd recently been. I could smell it on you.
Yeah, you can smell it on him.
hey man, you gotta tap in with Urban Outfitters.
You
You
got-
gotta
hey.
dance with the girl you brought. You know what I mean?
No.
No. What do
You bring
mean?
a girl to the dance, and then
You never heard
you
that
marry a
saying?
much older girl. You get to the dance, you find another girl, you marry her.
I don't understand. What does this have to do
never
with
heard that
taking
saying.
a girl to the dance, going to Urban Outfitters?
I wouldn't be where I was.
Yeah.
Without Urban Outfitter, man. It really
go ahead. Tell us more.
A lot of my wardrobe on Workaholics was just straight up Urban Outfitter because that shit will clear. That shit will clear.
Well, like what, for example?
Well, hey,
for example,
all their blanks, all their blank shit. Like they just will have like blank flannels or like blank shirt pocket tees or like it's okay. So if you guys want to know about,
do you know who else makes blank flannels?
Yeah,
like
everyone.
Everyone. And I also I'm not gonna like just check into the store of that that I wore their clothing once on a TV show
it's still,
and go like I have to. They raised
you gotta dance with the girl you came with.
Hey,
brother.
Adam, it's a thing he's saying.
Okay.
Move on. Let him have it.
Yeah, but I don't know. People know like costume department, like you can't just wear anything on television. That's why sometimes when you watch like reality TV, their clothes are blurred because maybe you couldn't clear Nike or Adidas. But Urban Outfitters makes a lot of stuff that is blank.
I feel like I wore Adidas almost every episode where I was wearing
because Adidas signed off on you, dude. Because you're a freaking.
And you couldn't get anybody
boy.
to sign off on you
because you're a cool dude.
It wasn't in my.
You have such a look. You're such an icon.
Blake Henderson was wearing Adidas.
Stoner extraordinaire.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
You know those weed PSAs that you're like,
right?
Kids get stoned and then they like find a gun and they're fucking around and then it's like you just hear a gunfire and then it's like Jimmy died that day, you know. And essentially it was
really sad.
us. It was us having a gun. We smoke weed and then we shoot each other and blood just squirts out. And then the person just laughs really hard. And then we just go back and forth shooting each other until finally my buddy shoots, or I shoot my buddy in Austin Anderson in the head.
Fatally.
And he dies.
Right.
And then finally I realized that I just murdered my friend.
Dude, hilarious.
You have to watch it. It's funny.
I'm sure.
It was one of the first reads from Adam that I was just like, wow, this is just comedically a genius over here. Where you're like, dude, and he's like, dude. Like each dude gets more concerned and real, and I'm like, oh, this is my dude, man, right here. This is my dude.
So what, did you watch this in improv class at OCC?
Yeah, this was kind of while we were still courting each other to see if we had the chops, and I remember seeing that video.
Because he was like,
Adam.
this guy's a bitch, and you were like, he's kind of an asshole.
He's kind of an asshole. I don't know if I'm willing to let my guard down and have him be a part of my life, because I know it's going to be a rocky road.
Like, is he going to shoot me? Is that the joke? Wow. So wait, this is like bring your sketch to school day?
Well, I remember it was after our first day of improv class at Orange Coast College in Costa Mesa, California.
Go Pirates.
And go Pirates. And we did like, it's improv class, so you get up and basically you suss out who's funny and who isn't funny right away.
And you do that by getting up and saying, make me laugh to someone one at a time?
Judging them.
I say yes, no, instead of yes and.
Right.
I say yes, no, you be funny now.
Yeah, no, next student.
Yeah.
I'm a dentist
next.
and you just came into my office? No.
No, you're not.
But Blake was super funny, and then afterwards I went up to him and I was like, I think we should write together. And I remember we were standing in that back hallway of the Black Box Theater, and you were like, hell yeah. You just started to jerk off, and then you started fingering your own butthole, if I remember correctly.
That's my move.
You were like, finally, someone's talking to me, and then you started fingering your own butthole.
I don't do yes and, I do yes but.
Yes, but fill it up. And then
Blake like that one.
We went back to Newacheck's apartment, and because I was like, me and my friend make a bunch of videos. And this is how old we are. This was before YouTube. So we were just making videos and then, showing them to friends and shit. Mm-hmm. And so we went over to his Newacheck's apartment and watched all their videos. And then they watched all of our videos. And
Kyle betrayed
me. 15 years later, betrayed us.
I love the idea that Blake's like, I don't like talking because I can't. I'm going to bring you to my friend who can. And he'll suss you out, and then we'll be friends or not.
No, come on, dude. That wasn't it. I just didn't live in that apartment. Kyle was the closest to the school. I still lived with my dad.
Oh, right on. Okay, so it's logistical. Okay,
Yeah, it's a logistical thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it still is these days. It's you're a very logistical guy.
I wasn't socially R-worded. I knew how to talk to people.
What did you just say?
Socially R-worded. I don't know how else to. What other word? Awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
That
would
works.
Fly.
Yeah.
Hey, that being said, you could R-worded is fine. You could say that.
Is it?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't know, Durs. I've never.
Hold up is right.
I've never said the R word in front of an actual person.
Yeah,
that was R. So
you know
like
who has? You know who has it twice in one day? Unbelievable.
I remember.
God, and he. By the way, punch me. That's not how we deal with it. Not how we deal with it at all.
Swing on a floor.
You know those weed PSAs that you're like,
right?
Kids get stoned and then they like find a gun and they're fucking around and then it's like you just hear a gunfire and then it's like Jimmy died that day.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
And essentially it was
really sad.
us. It was us having a gun. We smoke weed and then we shoot each other and blood just squirts out. And then the person just laughs really hard, and then we just go back and forth shooting each other until finally, my buddy shoots, or I shoot my buddy in Austin Anderson in the head
fatally,
and he dies.
Right.
And I then finally I realized that I just murdered my friend.
Dude, hilarious.
You have to watch it. It's funny.
I'm sure.
It was one of the first reads from Adam that I was just like, wow, this is just comedically a genius over here. Where you're like, dude, and he's like, dude. Like each dude gets more concerned and real, and I'm like, oh, this is my dude, man, right here. This is my dude.
So what, did you watch this in improv class at OCC?
Yeah, this was kind of while we were still courting each other to see if we had the chops, and I remember seeing that video
because he was like,
Adam.
this guy's a bitch, and you were like, he's kind of an asshole.
He's kind of an asshole. I don't know if I'm willing to let my guard down and have him be a part of my life because I know it's gonna be a rocky road.
Like, is he gonna shoot me? Is that the joke? Wow. So wait, this is like bring your sketch to school day?
Well, I remember it was after our first day of improv class at Orange Coast College in Costa Mesa, California.
Go Pirates.
And go Pirates. And we did like, it's improv class, so you get up and basically you suss out who's funny and who isn't funny right away.
And you do that by getting up and saying, make me laugh to someone one at a time?
Judging them.
I say yes, no, instead of yes and.
Right.
I say yes, no, you be funny now.
Yeah, no, next student.
Yeah.
I'm a dentist
next.
and you just came into my office? No.
No, you're not.
But Blake was super funny. And then afterwards, I went up to him and I was like, I think we should write together. And I remember we were standing in that back hallway of the Black Box Theater and you were like, hell yeah. You just started to jerk off and then you started fingering your own butthole. If I remember correctly.
That's my move.
You were like, finally someone's talking to me, and then you started fingering your own butthole.
I don't do yes and I do yes but.
Yes, but fill it up. And then
Blake like that one.
We went back to Newacheck's apartment and because I was like, me and my friend make a bunch of videos. And this is how old we are. This was before YouTube. So we were just making videos and then, showing them to friends and shit. Mm-hmm. And so we went over to his Newacheck's apartment and watched all their videos. And then they watched all of our videos. And
Kyle betrayed
me. Kyle, 15 years later, betrayed us.
You tried with that leather jacket that one time. And that didn't work out very well.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I would wear a leather jacket, and I found when I wore a leather jacket out, men would try to fight me.
Yeah,
really?
Dude. Yeah, it's a call to arms.
Sorry, was this a leather jacket pre-money or post-money?
Pre-money. It was
so you got it as like you were like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna get this leather jacket, and you got it, and then
no, it was a thrift store leather jacket. I liked it.
Very nice.
I liked it. It was cool.
You probably had other dude's pheromones on it, is what happened, dude. You think about that?
Yeah. The testosterone, they could smell it coming off.
They were like,
this
guy fights, but it was the other guy.
I would go out and like people are just a little more aggro with me, and I'm like, I gotta go back to my cotton shit or my denim dogs, you know, because I'm not trying to have fisticuffs every time I go out.
Was this like a long Donnie Brasco leather trench coat?
Yeah, what kind of leather jacket, or was it like a bike?
The one I'm thinking about it wasn't even like there wasn't studs. It wasn't like I'm trying to be rock and roll or anything. It was a brown leather jacket.
Oh,
like
okay.
Wilson leather.
It was
It was a working man.
Yeah, it was. And I just remember it was like multiple times that I'm out that I just felt like people are being a little aggro, and I'm like, it's the jacket.
Can we post a picture of this? Do we know that? Do we have pictures of this jacket?
Yeah, I think I could dig in the crates and find a pic.
Yeah, we'll post on the day.
Did it have like a fur collar or anything, or was it like one of those bully bombers?
No. And I would rock a hooded sweatshirt underneath it a lot. That's what I was like. I rock the hooded sweatshirt underneath it.
Oh, I remember this.
Right, that was a look too.
Yes, and maybe, I remember this jacket.
And maybe
you were a fucking asshole back then, though.
I was
doing a scrappy little comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a scrappy little comic. You thought you were the shit. You weren't there yet, and it was come on, dude.
I wasn't there, and Eric Griffin had
to
put me
I
in
was
the
just
place.
gonna say, he had to put you in his place.
Thank God Eric Griffin beat your ass behind the improv one.
Vagina shark.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There are certain items that ask dudes just beg to be fought. Belly chains are a sign of peace, but leather jackets, it's war.
I remember wearing a pink polo out in Chicago, and just at least 10 guys in one night were like, nice polo, F.A., you know the rest.
Oh, no.
I'm like, and I was like, it's good to be home. And I had been in L.A., and I came home, and look, pink polo, say what you will. I'm wearing it, okay? I had one on.
What's wrong with wearing a fucking pink
polo?
I'm
sure some people have preconceived notions about whatever.
Well,
and
pink is punk.
It was like, I was working at Lacoste, getting shirts for essentially free, and I was like, I'm going to rock this fucking pink one. This is sick. And just all night, fucking brutal.
Well, I would say maybe your fashion has changed a little bit because I don't see you taking those swings. I don't see you in like a really bright color that often.
Yeah, you're way earth toned.
Right. So you think they were like, hey, come on, man.
I think they got to you. I think they got to you, and you've bitched out. I want to see you wearing more pink, dude.
I'm not saying I didn't find somebody that night. But guess what? I'm saying it now. I didn't. Let's be clear. I did not.
Shut up, bitch! It was just way back in the day, and you guys were talking about bukkake, and
constantly. Just let me get this out there. Almost always. Go ahead.
No, you guys. I was trying to talk about it. This is how it went. I was trying to talk about it about something, and I said bukkake.
Yeah, you didn't know how to pronounce it. You had only read the word in your head. You had never heard it pronounced aloud.
I'd never heard it aloud. So how I read it was bukkake.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the Midwestern in you. You just you look at it, you read it, phonetical, Englishly.
Yeah,
you don't know that there's a up and a down in there.
A little birthday bukkake. It's delish.
Bukkake.
It's delicious, baby.
Birthday.
Bukkake. What's up with that? Like,
oh, dude, what is up with that?
I was gonna loop back around to Blake going in the metaverse.
Okay, I was gonna try and get 20 minutes out of bukkake, but yeah, metaverse. All right. 20 to 40 on bukkake.
Dude, let's. I like both.
I feel like Santa in 15 years is gonna be over. I think a lot of parents are going to be like, no, I don't like having this kind of a relationship with my children where I'm lying to them about this
Santa
thing.
got me too'd.
No, but I just think that the lie, it's going to get weird and people are going to pass.
Lying.
Dude, it's not going to get weird.
And I can't wait. Keep talking about because they're in the room.
Okay. I can't wait to start lying to my kids.
I know, but as soon as you don't, and by the way, not to put you in check, you don't know, bitch.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
It is a weird thing to like really get into the weeds about it, where it's like, so if you don't have a chimney, what happens? And you're like, Yeah, he's a locksmith. He can get in anywhere. And then,
Dude,
Well, it's my parents just used the blanket statement of magic.
I know, but this is
but
that's 45 years ago for you.
dude, Magic's still like there weren't cell phones.
I'm
dude.
just
They
saying,
couldn't.
like,
They couldn't go on
transparency,
YouTube.
yes, thank you.
They can literally go on YouTube and be like, "Does the elf on the shelf move?" And then look for video evidence. And then there's some dumbass Jake Paul motherfucker like it's not real.
Right, dude. I mean, we grew up getting wooden toys, right, guys? I'm just saying.
I
Like,
did.
there's a
Actually, I had an
certain-
aunt that would always give me wooden toys, and I'm like, you're fucking killing me here.
We're watching Rock the Cradle of Love.
There's a sophistication level that like the lying is just you got to get in the weeds with it. So I go, hey, go sit down and watch Kurt Russell in Chronicles of Christmas again, and stop fucking talking to me.
Yeah, smart.
But a
And
very
that's a great. And
you know-
you found that to be a good way to parent.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in days. But there was a dad today who was very funny. It was like they converted to Judaism because it was just too difficult.
Juicyism.
Judaism to like.
Juicyism.
I've had a little too much of the juicyism now, bro.
Yes, sir. What you drinking
Happy
there, Jersey?
holidays.
I got a little Jack.
holidays.
A little, well, not Jack, but whiskey ginger ale.
I love that.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking killer.
He was an Irish-British filmmaker, so that tells you one thing. And he directed the music video for Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Which wasn't that just a live show?
No, Billie Jean's the one where he's walking on the lights.
Oh, so
correct?
he's just like
Duke.
he's.
Duke.
So this guy did Billie Jean, Ninja
change
Turtles,
it
and Coneheads.
just a little bit so we don't have to pay for it. Duke.
Yeah.
Duke.
Billie James
Jean
is
not
my
like
mama.
I kind of like what she's got going on.
I love this Capri Sun.
I love this Capri Sun.
Dude, Billie Jean to Ninja Turtles?
You know that was the first draft, and some ghostwriter for Michael was like, "Could we just change these lyrics from 'I love that Capri Sun' to 'The kid is not my own'?" And he's like, "Okay, I'm over here drinking Capri Suns." we know, Michael. We know. You're a very logistical guy.
I wasn't socially R-worded. I knew how to talk to
What?
people.
What did you just say?
Socially R-worded. I don't know how else to. What other word? Awkward.
Yeah,
awkward
that
would
works.
fly.
Yeah.
Hey, that being said, you could R-worded is fine. You could
Is
say
it?
that.
Is
Yeah.
it?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't know, Durs. I've never
Hold up is right.
I've never said the R word in front of an actual person
Yeah.
that was R.
You-
So
you know, hey, you know
like
who
you
has?
have.
You know who has
Goodbye.
twice in one day?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I remember.
God. And he, by the way, punch me. That's not how we deal with it. Not how we
Sometimes
deal
you
with
just
it.
got to swing on a fool.
Real.
I mean, you think this life is real? You think this isn't just a simulation?
oh
mean,
shit. Well said. Topical.
Damn, dude, that's freaking sick. Nah, I do think the current thing we're doing right now is real. And
In Israel? What about
yeah,
it?
we're in Israel.
The
And I'd like
Gaza
to
Strip?
pivot.
Bam.
I would love to pivot.
And talk Israel real quick. Go for it.
This is the way.
Because you you had some interesting things to say the other night. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that I was at a premiere party. I was just letting my political views fly. But this
As
is
you do
know,
at every
Yeah.
premiere party.
I thought the MacGruber premiere was a great place to just get my hot takes on Israel off.
Should we tell everybody?
Should we
It's-
tell them?
It's
I don't
fucking
know. I
great.
wasn't there. What were these hot takes?
I'm joking, but it was super funny premiere.
Oh my
Lot of-
gosh, dude! MacGruber
A lot of man butts.
MacGruber is fucking back, dude, and I couldn't be more excited.
So I'm working with Pierce Brosnan right now.
Hey, by
on
the way,
movie, The Outlaws. Yep.
Adam, he's one of the sexiest men alive.
You know he's won that a couple times.
What do we think of 96?
Yeah, mid 90s for sure. Yeah, and maybe got it twice. Maybe it's 96, 98 combo dog. But his Irish terminology is the best, dude. I've never hung out with. I don't think I've hung out with a lot of like
Right, like a
truly
Colin
Irish
Farrell type dude.
Yeah, people.
Ooh,
Because we're doing a little
sexy.
improv, and he's like trying to like throw jabs at me, and he's like, "Come here, you little sheep shagger."
And I'm
Right.
like, that's what rolled off his tongue. And I'm
Right.
like, Jesus Christ, that's in the movie, dude.
And you were like, you heard about that?
I'm like, so
that's out there now?
How did you hear? I'm like, the fact that it must be like a thing.
Do you know if you type in "does Adam Devine" in Google, it fills in "have Down syndrome"?
The ripping and the tearing.
Really?
Okay. Should we do this?
Yeah, should look at it.
That's the top one?
Yeah,
Does?
evidently that many
Adam.
people.
That's Adam.
That many people in the world go like,
No, dude. You're. It's now down to 4. But it's number 4 and 5.
Did you already do it?
Yes, we have. Does Adam Devine sing? Does Adam
Okay.
Devine sing in Pitch Perfect?
okay,
Does Adam Devine have a brother?
no,
Interesting. Then it gets into does Adam Devine have Down syndrome?
Down syndrome.
Does Adam Devine have Downs?
yeah,
The fact that there's 2 of them is
yeah.
wow.
Weird, wild stuff.
Yeah,
that
is.
means people be searching. Should we do? Let's
Let's do Blake Anderson.
let's do Blake. Here,
Mine's
I
gonna
gotcha.
get dark real quick.
Oh my God, number 2 is amazing. Does Blake Anderson skate? Oh my God.
Fucking hell, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's as soon as people start skateboarding, he just skates to wherever they got the snacks and says, "I'll be back with a bunch."
Did I do that?
Does Blake Anderson have a kid? That's number 1.
Yeah.
Hello.
Have a brother.
Okay.
Have a girlfriend.
Oh.
And then it just kind of jumps to other
Have
stuff.
a kid. Does Blake Anderson skate? That's the second one up. Have a brother. Yeah. So yours is just real questions. And
Yeah.
also like kind of being like, well, he seems like he should skate.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Like
Yeah.
everybody assumes that I skate, surf, or am in a band,
Right.
and I do none of those things well, or have even tried
or
a couple
at all,
of them.
even
Right.
or even attempted, to do it.
You've tried to skate though, I imagine.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
it was-
I'm gonna give this a real go, and then
Oh, for sure. You just got to
Yeah.
know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
yeah. God, skateboarding just never clicked with me. Back in the day, like as a kid, when I got one, I was like, I'm gonna be a skater. Not like that I was gonna be a skater because it was kind of before skating was big, but like didn't get it. Body couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, half of the battle with skateboarding is you have to be totally fearless. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm pretty fearful unless.
But
I'm
even like getting around, like I guess I'm goofy footed.
okay, yeah.
I never liked the way I was like, is this the way I'm supposed to be facing? This doesn't feel right. And then I'd switch to the other way and I'm like,
Also
no.
bad.
Weird.
Also really terrible.
I can't do anything where I'm not facing forward.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, you can't stand sideways and move.
I cannot stand sideways. Even
Right.
sitting sideways, like in a car, I'm like, nah, not for
Yeah.
me.
One
Wait, like
When
in a
are you-
limousine?
Like on a bus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All those limousines. Yeah.
Or a limousine, all those stretch limos.
Yeah.
I
that
have
take
seen him
everywhere.
freak out. He threw up one time in a limousine
Yes.
because he
That is
couldn't go sideways.
Yeah, but also I think it's like as far as skateboarding goes, because now I hang out with a lot of really great skateboarders, and it's like,
Professionals.
yeah, and it's like the best ever.
Well, they make it look so goddamn easy.
Yeah, and it's like, do I want to hang out? I want to get some clips with my bros. That looks like a lot of fun, but
Right,
it's just
right.
far too late in the game for me to start skateboarding. Like, remember when Kyle kind of tried to dust off the board?
R.I.P.
Freaking see ya.
I don't remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, he started to try to skate again. Like he built a ramp in his backyard, and like immediately he didn't tell anybody this, but like fell and like broke his rib, and was just like done for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what
obviously.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's a young man's game. Wear your pink polo. Wear your leather jacket. Wear your belly chain. Wear some jeans with
Your
the pockets
bandana.
ripped off the butt. Just do you, man.
Well
Just do
said.
what makes
I
you
love it.
comfortable.
I love it.
And I think Kyle would sign off on that as
there's
well.
no way
Kyle's
to-
a big proponent of wearing shit you never should, but just did.
Absolutely. I actually saw a picture.
There's no way to know. Kyle?
I actually, just a cool thing about Kyle, like he bought these like weird ass fucking corduroy like women's
floral
pants,
pants?
a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
They're
I straight up
poppin'.
saw him in an Instagram photo last week during Thanksgiving when he was back home. He was still rocking them. He's
Can
had
I tell you
those
something?
for so long.
Those are everywhere now. Those like
Yeah, they're-
floral pants
Dude.
are fucking everywhere.
That's where you got to wear the shit that nobody is on because
homeless
they will
chic is
eventually-
coming back into fashion, and I think Kyle is going to be a real fashion god once again.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't-
can't
we
wait
wouldn't
to
know.
talk to him.
We wouldn't know.
that
I'd
note-
love to talk to him about it, but he's off the project.
Kyle betrayed me.
If the audience could kind of just turn their radio down for a second, I would like to speak to Yorma for a second and say, dude, I'm so sorry that I was just, I don't know, I was kind of in my head in the night. I really wanted to say hello, but it was your big night. But I'm such a huge fan, and I thought MacGruber was absolutely excellent. And if you want to hang out, let me know. Okay,
Everybody could turn their the stereo back
the
up.
stereo back
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Thank
got
you
that
for
off
letting
our
me do
chest.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
that
for
was
letting me do
good.
that.
Cool.
That
What's
was-
weird is that he's listening, so he turned it down.
Oh shit! I needed to tell him.
Yeah. Well, no, he said everyone but him.
Did I?
Did you say that? I thought you said something.
I thought he
like
said
that.
everyone turn it on, and then he said this is just for Yorma.
Oh.
Okay, I guess yeah. we'll find.
There's no way to
Dude,
tell.
we'll
There's
see.
no way to tell.
If you have a like an alarm in your house, so when somebody comes in and like starts robbing you,
Yeah.
instead of just like a beeping going off and like a thing sent to the cops, what about just you have fog machines set up in each room?
Ninjas vanish.
And well, I mean, if you had ninjas roll up, but like you just fill the room with fog, and then they're like, I can't see anything.
That's what Mace is, Anders.
Yeah, but
That's what Mace does.
I'm talking about, yeah, you're not home.
Oh.
so then they could wait the hour
No.
that it would take for all of the fog to subside.
But it's just called the police is my point. So like the police are on their way.
The house is fogged.
And are they really going to take the time to be like, fuck, I can't see anything. Let's wait an hour? No, the police are going to be there. They're going to fucking bail. Did I just change the world?
Yeah, but then so it calls the police.
Did I just protect everyone?
I mean, it might be a genius idea.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Because remember when we did that scene in Workaholics? We couldn't see anything.
Dude, how annoying is when like your neighbor's alarm goes off
Sure.
Yeah.
and you're like, motherfucker,
And you don't care.
turn them
Yeah.
off.
Right.
You're like,
Fuck
for
it.
sure, it's 98%, 99% of the time, it's not someone breaking into your home. My alarm
Right.
goes off all the fucking time. It's like a window pops open a window or something happens.
Yeah.
And it's never anybody breaking in my house, except for that one time it was. And someone
Yeah.
stole my stuff.
A rifle and yeah.
Yeah. And in my car.
So you're just saying fill the room with a fog.
So I think a fog wouldn't bother your neighbor if the inside of your home is filled with
No.
fog.
Well, here's the problem. What if your house is on fire and they think it's smoke and they're like, oh shit, is the homie's house on fire?
Oh, see, Durs.
You had no. You,
Durs, that's a whole. Hey, it's blue. Oh shit.
it's blue smoke.
It's blue smoke.
It's blue.
It's blue smoke.
Yeah.
It's
Damn,
blue
dude.
smoke, dude. Figured it out.
Damn, you're a fucking genius.
Hey, so now I own 50% of the company.
Holy
Durs.
shit.
So that was your company.
No, Blake's right. You get points. I'll give you some points.
Oh, how many points are we talking here? I feel like that's making it blue. That's sort of a 50% idea, though.
That's genius.
Yeah, I don't agree. Because guess what? The smoke for the company I have, all of a sudden it's green. all of a sudden it's just another color, and then fuck you.
Oh fuck! All right. Hey,
But you were all greedy. You had to get greedy.
Where'd you find this?
so when I was a kid and would do like voices on the radio, they brought me in to.
Will you explain that more or no?
I think I have before. So
he
when
might
I
have
was a
gone
little
into
kid,
that.
I would do
Say it again.
different
Tell us
voices.
again, Daddy.
Tell the community again, Daddy. Tell the story.
You're like, oh, it's the fifth time.
So I would do voices on the radio, and it became like a little bit of a thing, at least in my world, where they were like, "We're going to pay you to be part of our radio show, and you could do different characters and voices." And then I go down there, and I was in a wheelchair at the time, and because of my accident, and so they take me down there, and they were like, "Oh, you're a fucking kid," because I only talked to him like in character, like
In a
total
wheelchair.
in a wheelchair.
Like they must have been like,
They're like,
is this a joke?
we can't hire you, but we can give you like free CDs and shit and concert tickets and that kind of thing.
So
Do you wear shoes?
I didn't. So I'd go down there and I was like, how do you guys like come up with all these bits on the radio and what do you guys talk about? They just told me, get a Maxim magazine. And that's all we talk about. We read Maxim magazine.
They just go through the headlines.
They go through the headlines and chop it up and discuss Maxim magazine. And
wow.
So I remember asking.
And how's
my
radio
parents-
doing now?
Yeah, I know.
We need to do that for this pod.
And I was like, it's my dream to be a radio DJ. And they're like, aim higher. Don't be a radio DJ. Radio is dying.
Goodbye.
And this was in like
Interesting.
97.
Right.
So they saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah. He was on the way out. The morning zoo crew was just reading Maxim magazine and being like, have you heard this story?
I do love how they're like, look, everything's falling to shit here. They all found out we just read headlines from Maxim magazine and this isn't a real job.
There's a lot of places that I would put in time just to get free shit. Wiener Schnitzel.
Where?
Huh.
Wiener Schnitzel. Fast food.
Snitchel?
Yeah. How do you say it though?
Wiener Schnitzel.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
Wiener
Isn't it-
Schnitzel?
Isn't it Wiener Schnitzel?
Schnitzel?
Isn't that what it is?
I don't know, dude. I Googled you. You're the fucking Swedish Norwegian. You tell me.
That's German, bitch.
Yeah, it's German.
I think you're German. Will you please be quiet?
How do dealerships work when like people put their names on car dealerships?
All right, I gotta.
Okay.
How long are we doing out here for?
How do taxes work?
Yeah.
Well, how the fuck does like Karl Malone have a dealership and like Russell
Malone.
Westbrook and like
They just so you
they just
buy a building
uh-huh.
and you put a fucking
Yeah.
name on it, and then you call BMW or whoever and you say, I want to start selling your cars, and then they
Right.
go okay or not, and then you start selling it, and then you take a cut of the commission or whatever, which is super fucked
Right.
up now because I'm trying to get a new car and everywhere is like, hey, so it's going to be like $30,000 on top of whatever you want to pay to get a car
What? Why? What do you mean?
yeah, what's
because
does
of
that
the
mean?
supply chain and the fucking demand.
everything's
So like if you want a
fucked up.
brand new car that like just dropped that's still kind of fucking hot,
Mhm.
they're putting like 20% above
No shit.
sticker price. Yeah.
just because they can't unload them at the docks or whatever.
Yeah. So it's limited. So like if you got the cash, they're like you can have
Jersey, why is the supply chain fucked up?
it. So
COVID, bro.
well, it's actually more complicated than that.
Ooh.
So
That's life.
so I blame the vaccine.
Okay. Okay.
Pfizer.
Basically, we used all the boats to get the vaccines everywhere, and now we can't buy
Okay.
goddamn cars. So
Okay, this is hot, dude. I
shout
like
out to your
this.
boy.
Is that true? Is that true, Bam?
Oh no, no,
That shit's important.
that's true. No,
I'd like to give Kyle Newacheck his flowers. You know, he was
Okay.
a big part of the podcast
Mhm.
for the first however many episodes, 60 something that we've done.
yeah.
Kyle betrayed me.
But then he betrayed us and he lied, tried to hide, and he died deep inside. And I know the reason why.
What is that from? An Eminem song?
No, that
Tenacious
is from
D.
Tenacious D. Kyle betrayed me, and then he lied, tried to hide, and I died deep inside.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, yeah, it's
You
great.
gotta get on that.
Yeah.
Well, what it was is like, you know, we were at the OG Workaholics house, the house we shot at, but Adam and I were kind of like, we're not done being roommates and living this cool roommate lifestyle. So we're like,
Aw, something on the
why don't-
soundboard. That's my best friend. I mean, who's running the soundboard?
Who's
right now?
running the soundboard,
sorry, man.
man?
Sorry, man.
That's my best.
Okay, then
I
send
don't know.
it.
All right, all right, then send it then.
Well, so me and Adam were like, yo, let's cash out on this weird Hollywood Hills place and the one thing that was weird is for the master bedroom, Adam and I said halfway through, like 3 months
Oh
in,
my
we were
God,
going to
yep.
flip-flop our rooms.
No,
And
that's not. It was no. It wasn't 3 months in. It was
6 months. It was every 6 months.
It was.
That's
no,
what I
it was
remember.
It was a year.
1 year.
1 year, and then so Blake got it the first year, and I got
Well,
it the
let's
second
describe
year.
this. So basically, this house had on the upper level, it had a humongous ensuite master or
It was awesome.
primary
It had
bedroom.
sliding doors to go out to the
Directly
pool.
to the pool.
veranda. It was
Yes.
jiggy like that. And then on the second floor, there were two other normal, smaller bedrooms that were just not like you're in the Hollywood Hills flossing. and you flipped a coin, I believe, and
Yeah, we
Blake
flipped
got
a
it,
coin.
and
Blake
instantly
got
you were
it.
like, so we switch every year
Yeah,
because you didn't fucking get it and you wanted it,
Well,
right?
we're saying we're paying the same
I
amount
know,
of rent.
but you
so
got
like,
2 bedrooms downstairs, correct?
yeah, but it
Yeah.
sucked.
That's
it
all.
did
That's
suck.
okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. And
did
so
suck.
then you flipped after a year. And how
Yeah.
much longer? How much longer did you guys stay there?
For only one more year. So it did equal out that he got it for half the time.
You guys were only there for 2 years.
Yes.
I believe so. A lot of shit happened while we were there.
Oh yeah. a lot of moving.
But
and
I
shaking.
was also
Blake
like,
broke
when I
his
won
back.
I broke my back. When I
Yeah.
lost, or when I won the room, I'm like, this dude isn't gonna make me pay up. He's not gonna make me move all my shit down a floor just so he could sleep in that bedroom.
Oh yeah,
Sure
he
as
is.
shit. As soon as it hit year mark, he's
You had like an iCal reminder.
so. So you ready to switch or what? I'm
Well,
like,
dude. Yeah.
This dude had like boxes and shit set up. He had like the
I had a
packing
pulley-
tape.
I had a pulley system. I was just
I
taking
had to
myself
move one
upstairs.
floor down.
Did you
Goddamn.
need help? He was ready to help your ass.
Yeah, I had everything.
You woke up
packed.
to his face right in front of you, like,
Hello.
"Good morning."
Time.
The time is now.
Time. Yeah, it was crazy. But that was a great
Well,
house. loved it.
I stand by it. I loved that room. That room fucking.
It was.
rocked.
It had an amazing amount of closet space. It was like Mariah Carey's house.
Yeah,
Is this-
it was truly. It was like an NBA locker room. The amount of like closet space there was. It was fucking nuts. And then an awesome view.
Is this the one that had the shower you like stepped down into?
Yes.
Yes. It had like a huge like spa area.
It was
almost.
for fucksin'. And we both
Yeah.
blew it. We both just. I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You had it.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah, you had a wife.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds yeah. Yeah, all right, I'll let you say that. We blew
freaking-
it. You were married and I had a girlfriend.
I know.
This was like our last bachelor pad.
This was like the bachelor pad. I mean, the
Yeah.
room was built
Yeah.
to have sex in. That's what this
With
house is for.
multiple-
And we
with
both
strangers. I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
I got
with-
it.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a cocaine fuck
It was a
palace.
cocaine
That is
fuck palace,
exactly
and
what
we
it was
didn't-
made for.
Hey, we didn't do cocaine,
We did none
and there
of
was
those things.
a minimal amount of fucking. So
We did none of those. We had our friends from back home come over. We stood and took pictures with fucking iron dinosaurs on the roof.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So-
okay?
Isn't there something beautiful about just flipping channels?
Oh, just
Oh,
back to
yeah.
swag surfing.
Oh,
well, I just watched. I watched shit that I like. I watched all of Titanic because
Yeah.
it was just on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched I was hungover in my hotel room, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch
Mm-hmm.
this 3-hour movie with commercials,
Right. Exactly.
and it was fun, and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a
This
who?
holds up?
Oh, Titanic's a good movie, dude.
Yeah. James Cameron. Come on. Avatar.
I mean, the guy makes very good movies. I would say Terminator over Avatar, but Avatar?
So would I.
Avatar. You're
So
having
would
a
I.
hard time speaking today.
It's early for me, okay?
Avatar.
It's a bagel.
It's a bagel.
Remember, we were trying to
It's a bagel.
because you told me you watched Titanic, and I was trying to remember what the story was. Why was Leonardo DiCaprio on the ship? He was playing a Irish person?
It's an
No,
upstairs
he's American.
downstairs situation. It's like
Yeah.
the rich people upstairs, poor people downstairs. He
Yeah.
won a ticket on the thing and was like, I'm gonna go on the Titanic for fucking shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
And
meets-
all the time.
Well, it's just one of the biggest movies of all time. I've probably seen it. Probably seen it 3 times, I guess.
I just
I think
and
this might be
they
like
meet and then they got the boat goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler.
Yep. Spoiler.
well,
And that's how good of a movie it is. It's like you know right away that obviously the boat's gonna sink and everyone's gonna die,
Right.
but you still care the entire time.
You know why? Billy Zane.
I was
Billy
about to say I was
Zane.
going to give my shout
The
out
Zane train.
to Billy Zane because he hadn't been mentioned, but thank you, Anders, because Billy Zane is one of the best actors
Yeah,
of
a
all
real
time.
treasure.
Something that Pierce says as like a Pierce Brosnan says as like a slam is a sheep shagger.
Yeah, you were saying that's like his
Yeah.
Ireland slam.
Yeah, what a great, what an epic.
That must be like a
Yeah.
burnt, like a serious problem in Ireland or something.
Yeah, I think it's just
Like,
if you're
it's a
out there in the
serious-
sticks, you're cold, you want to heat things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, maybe.
I guess so. I don't know.
I
guess I've never called. I grew up in the Midwest in Iowa and Nebraska, and I've never called anyone like a pig fucker.
Yeah, I think
But I should start.
it's got to date back to when like these sheep herders
Do I
and
make
stuff,
you horny, baby?
they were out on their own for like weeks just herding those sheep
And
around.
now they got the internet. You know, they're
I'm defending them.
Yeah,
They were
and
out on the
also
fucking
people
sticks.
don't realize how sexy those sheep can be. Like, do we want to walk down that road? Or-
Well, here's what's fucked up.
Butt loving.
Definitely not sexy, but like, I guess it probably feels okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're getting really gruesome about it, I think I may have heard that they have a similar.
Wait, what?
I think they have like a similar.
Who told you this?
Yeah, where are you going with this?
Wait,
Encyclopedia Britannica.
wait. Before, I like how he starts with. Before we get too gruesome with it, I might have heard.
And
All right,
guys, this
carry
is
on.
our holiday episode. Happy holidays to you. And
Happy
yours.
holidays
And by the
to
way,
you.
why is it gruesome that it feels similar? I thought you were going to be like, not to get too gruesome, but it's got like retractable.
Well, no,
like,
he was
coochie
about to get gruesome. I'm
claws.
sorry I ruined it by kind of walking back his setup, but go ahead, Blake.
Weird,
Why?
wild
First
stuff.
of all, who told you? You've heard.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's no
all right.
way. There's no way. I
There's
just.
no way.
Just say the thing that you'd never heard for fun then.
Okay.
I think. I heard it was the most similar to the human female anatomy.
By the way, who is the dude who's out there going like, well, cow is good.
Yeah.
Definitely not the most
Dude,
similar.
sick fuckers, man. They're out there.
But at that
They're
time,
out
at
there.
that point, you're doing it for science, and it's almost not that sick. It's just an experiment. Experiment rhino.
It's science.
How's that
Experiment
rhino?
rhino.
You know that rhino coochie is on point.
Experiment rhino. That is true.
That's why they're going extinct. They're going extinct. They're going missing, bro.
Something that Pierce says as like a Pierce Brosnan says as like a slam is a sheep shagger.
Yeah, you were saying that's like his
Yeah.
Ireland slam.
Yeah, what a great, what an epic.
That must be like a
Yeah.
burnt, like a serious problem in Ireland or something.
Yeah, I think it's just
Like,
if you're
it's a
out there in the
serious-
sticks, you're cold, you want to heat things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I
maybe.
guess so. I don't know.
I
I guess I've never called. I grew up in the Midwest in Iowa and Nebraska, and
Yeah.
I've never called anyone like a pig fucker.
Yeah, I think
But I should start.
it's got to date back to when like these sheep herders
Do I
and
make
stuff,
you horny, baby?
they were out on their own for like weeks just herding those sheep
And
around.
now they got the internet. You know,
we
they're yeah. They
I'm
can just-
defending them.
Yeah,
They were
and
out on the
also
fucking
people
sticks.
don't realize how sexy those sheep can be. Like, do we want to walk down that road? Or-
Well, here's what's fucked up.
Butt loving.
Definitely not sexy, but like, I guess it probably feels okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're getting really gruesome about it, I think I may have heard that they have a similar.
Wait, what?
I
You've
think they
heard?
have like a similar.
Who told you this?
Yeah, where are you going with this?
Wait,
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Wait. Before, I like how he starts with. Before we get too gruesome with it, I might have heard.
And
All right,
guys, this
carry
is
on.
our holiday episode. Happy holidays to you. And
Happy
yours.
holidays
And by the way,
to you.
why is it gruesome that it feels similar? I thought you were going to be like, not to get too gruesome, but it's got like retractable.
Well, no,
like,
he was
coochie
about to get gruesome. I'm
claws.
sorry I ruined it by kind of walking back his setup, but go ahead, Blake.
Weird,
Why?
wild
First
stuff.
of all, who told you? You've heard.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's no
all right.
way. There's no way. I
There's
just.
no way.
Just say the thing that you'd never heard for fun then.
Okay.
I think. I heard it was the most similar to the human female anatomy.
By the way, who is the dude who's out there going like, well, cow is good.
Yeah.
Definitely not the most
Dude,
similar.
sick fuckers, man. They're out there.
But at that
They're
time,
out
at
there.
that point, you're doing it for science, and it's almost not that sick. It's just an experiment. Experiment rhino.
It's science.
How's that
Experiment
rhino?
rhino.
You know that rhino coochie is on point.
Experiment rhino. That is true.
That's why they're going extinct. They're going extinct. They're going missing, bro.
I would love to heed a warning to everybody out there. Can I do a heed a warning?
Yeah. You can do whatever you just said.
You know, it's the holiday season. I know a lot of us are sitting down with our families watching the classic Christmas movies. I just got to tell you, be careful with Gremlins. There is no Santa scene in Gremlins, and I'm pretty fucking pissed about it. So if you're about to sit down with your kids and watch Gremlins, careful, because it creates an uncomfortable conversation for everybody.
No.
Wait, hang on.
It's just that her dad comes down the chimney and to pretend to be Santa, he dies.
Yes, and then she ends her little fucking monologue with, and that's how I found out there is no Santa. And I said, excuse me, Gremlins, you are not that movie, pal. You
Just
are not
mute-
that movie.
Oh,
You gotta
dang.
mute it.
Gremlins was like that?
Yes.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust
And
me.
I'm like, dude, if we have rating systems, it tells you if there's like killing and nudity. If
Right.
you're a fucking Christmas movie and you're gonna pull the curtain back,
True.
I need the warning on the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm with you. There was Emma walked past some cafe the other day. It had a sign outside. You know, like they write cute shit on like chalkboards now outside of cafes sometimes.
Yeah.
And this one said like, "This is life." It's like you believe in Santa, you find out there is no Santa, you become Santa, and then you look like Santa. And I was like,
That's life.
"This is
Yeah.
just out on the
That's-
street. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you
What
doing?
the fuck are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here with your
fuck
fucking
outta
coffee
here.
and your fucking sign."
That's when you take the
so
sign, you
you're-
throw it through the window.
So are your kids can fully read that sign? I'm bad with when kids start to read.
Yeah,
They're fully
I'm bad
reading?
I'm bad with when kids can read. I mean, yeah, my 8-year-old can read.
When do kids read?
Yeah, are you fully reading
6, 7.
signs?
They're reading earlier
Okay.
than I think we were.
I think I was like 14.
Durs can't. We don't read.
I still can't.
We don't read. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're reading quick.
Yeah, they're
we read the tea leaves. Okay.
absolutely, I read Us
Well,
weekly.
thank you for that. Heed the warning, Blake.
Yeah. So anybody out there?
That's the first
That's
ever in PII history.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Heed the warning.
I got a huge announcement. Speaking of kids, movies, it's a real
Okay.
segue,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Ready.
took Arnie to go see the new Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Okay.
okay. What do we think?
Go off, King.
and I
haven't seen it yet.
just gotta say, fully cried.
Wait,
Oh
what? You did?
This is big news.
It's-
Why didn't we start the podcast with
Yeah,
this? We
why
could have got an
fuck?
hour out of this. We could have
Yeah.
milked this almond.
Yeah, and you know how much water it takes to get a almond.
They're canceled.
The movie.
Why did you
and
cry?
I don't want to give spoilers.
Don't tell
away.
me Winston died. If Winston dies, I cry.
I'm not gonna give spoilers because it is cool. But like the end of the movie, and by the way, let me just preface: I love Ghostbusters. If you don't love
does.
Ghostbusters, you're not gonna feel this way.
It's your favorite movie, almost, kind of. That and Bottle Rocket, right?
It's that and Rushmore. Rushmore are my two favorite comedies, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
you talk about it a lot.
When it's like the kids are moving back to they like are kicked out of their apartment, and like it's Egon's daughter and grandkids, and they move to Egon's like weird farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere to like collect a check, and it turns out to be like this shitty. And the person who's kind of like in charge of the deed is Janine Melnitz, who was the secretary. So homegirl Annie Potts is
Wow,
back.
Look at you. Go
right?
off.
Wow.
Annie Potts is back.
I probably won't feel the same way because I wouldn't know all the deep cuts.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the girl with the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, when she takes the glasses off, it's so hot.
Yes, and she goes, "Are you the woman I spoke to on the phone?" Which is a line from the original movie.
And
The
that got you
hairs-
going?
No. That was just like
Yeah,
hairs on the
this-
neck. And I was like,
all right. We're lost.
All right.
I was like, fuck.
Hey, dude, we're in the weeds over here. Just lie to your kids about Santa.
Dude, so Durs, this movie was
gonna get
made
in the
for
weeds.
specifically for you who knows every line, every character. Like this
Okay,
is for
but
Ghostbusters
I wanna
fans.
give it-
But
I want-
Arnie, I'll clear it up. But then
It
so
does seem like a cool movie.
it's great, and then I do think it's good. I think it's genuinely a good movie on its own because
that's good.
Arnie loved it. He was still thinking about it a few days later, and in the end, there's a whole like thing that goes down that I'm just like, holy fucking shit, this is heavy for me. Like, oh my god,
Wow. That's when
Um,
you started to cry?
Yeah, I was just like, this is too real. Like, this is real. This is not the movie's real,
Whoa.
but like what they're doing, what the mess, like
This
the,
is too real, Pam.
The shout out that the shout out that they're
Well,
giving
why don't you cry
is
about it?
heavy.
It's
And I'll just
definitely
say-
for Harold Ramis.
Exactly.
Yes,
Harold Ramis
because
is
he's actually passed
no longer
away.
with us, and
Yes.
the shout out they give and how they do it, it like it's a little clunky movie wise,
He
but
says,
like
Egon.
it's bro.
Egon.
That's from Ghostbusters 2 for our listeners. That's a great Do Ray Egon is so good.
Do, re,
But I highly
Egon.
recommend it. It's fucking dope.
Okay.
And what is that called? It's called Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters
This ain't
Afterlife.
Ghostbusters.
This ain't Ghostbusters.
It's called This
the
Ain't
porno-
Ghostbusters.
The
Google
porno
it.
parody. Yeah, you can find it on Pornhub.
I got that somewhere real close.
Do you think
Well-
we talk about porno more than any other?
Dude, Adam, we literally did the pleasure is ours. We literally did the Trojan pleasure is ours, and after the first two, Trojan came to us and said, "You have to stop talking about porno."
dude,
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
like-
I
and we
was
go,
there.
What? Don't you know that's almost where all the sex
We're like,
happens?
"Why did you get us?"
That's kind of our whole thing, though.
It is crazy how at some point Workaholics episodes there was always at least a C story where it was like, and maybe like she was from Pornhub. maybe we remember her from like a Heather Eye Deep Throat video. I don't know.
I know. We're like,
A
this is-
deep cut.
everybody knows what this is.
Yeah, everybody's on board. We all
Yeah.
know it.
It is funny when you see like there'll be a meme that'll just be like a frame of something, and it's like if you're over 30, you know exactly who this is or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Or like age yourself with the picture of a
Right.
porno you watched.
Right, and you're just like, man, got me through some tough times.
Dude, the best.
Man.
Honestly, like what there should be a Where Are They Now porno thing. Should we produce a Where Are They Now porno thing?
Durs, it's sad. They're dead. Their disease is bad. It's not
No,
good.
they're fine. They're all doctors. They're doctors and lawyers.
No.
Some of them.
Or they've needed doctors and lawyers.
Durs, they have stuff on Netflix that is called like Life After Porn, and they're all very not
yeah.
hyped.
Yeah, it's usually not
What?
the best.
How are they not
scenario.
hyped? They have hours of footage out there of them at their best. Their bodies look phenomenal.
Having fun.
Bodies look banging, having fun, having a blast, wet and wild, crazy kids.
Have you guys ever seen a porno star out in the wild? Because I remember I had at a Barnes and Noble. I did like a fucking quadruple take, and she looked at me and was like, "Yeah,
Who was it?
are you
I
ready?
saw-
Can I blast this? I don't think it's a big deal, but it's a deep cut. That you're gonna be like, whoa, because it wasn't
It's gonna
obvious.
expose you more than her.
No, because she was a star. She was a star. I think she might have been like star of the year, whatever the fuck they do. And she was just in a hoodie. Do you remember Ashley Blue?
Kind of. Yeah.
It's a bagel.
Adam has to pretend he doesn't.
No, I kind of
Oh,
do. I
yeah.
don't really.
Green or
I
no,
think
blue?
I do.
Yeah, blue. She was at a Barnes and Noble, and I was next to her, and I look and I go, "Oh shit, what's up? Okay, cool."
She was signing books or like buying a book.
Yeah, she was at a huge book signing. No, she was like looking at
Great
DVDs or something.
Yeah, I remember this girl.
Don't say it with the fucking that register. Yeah.
I would like to give flowers to our manager Isaac. I was watching some old
He's crying.
videos. Workaholics. Also, flowers to multiple flowers are being given right now.
Okay, there you go. Here we go.
The Workaholics TV on Instagram, that account. I think it's or Workaholics Daily. Well, I don't. Fuck, I'm blanking. You guys know that account. They post shit
Yeah.
about Workaholics all the time.
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome, and they just post nonstop stuff. And the other night, I just fell into a little hole, like looking at old clips of like episodes that I've completely forgot about, where I'm like, oh shit, and it just sort of transports you back to when we were shooting those episodes.
Right.
And one of them was a drunkumentary when we used to get just blackout drunk and watch the whole season of Workaholics and do the commentary, which was super fun. And I remember, I listened to it, and Isaac comes in the room, and we start talking about Isaac. We're like, give it up for Isaac, our manager. We're like, he's old as fuck. He's 41 years old. Or I'm like,
oh my
I'm like,
God.
he's a young looking 40-year-old. And then Isaac's like, I'm 41 now. And the man is 51 now. And we've known him forever.
Wow.
He is still the oldest guy we know, next to
charges.
and he still
Dirty
isn't
pit
afraid
sweat.
to get ridiculously way too drunk with me at a nice steak dinner.
He's the
Yeah.
man, dude.
I'm sorry to the fans that we couldn't wrangle Kyle. He's busy, prior commitments. We miss you, Kyle.
We do. Greatly missed.
Super big time missed.
And then special shout out.
The Rugaloids are pissed, especially. Thank God they finally knew that director
Right.
Steve Barron
Yeah.
directed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles amongst Coneheads. Yeah,
I feel like we honored Kyle pretty well during that segment.
Yeah.
He would have loved that.
yeah.
I
There's
think
a
all
lot
his-
of this that Kyle would have just loved, but not here.
His fans will have a lot to talk about on 4chan later. I think they'll be good.
QAnon.
What is Newacheck in that photo, or is it just the three of us?
No, it's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, good.
It's what
good.
It's what the fans want.
See ya.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I miss him.
I miss
And if you
him.
want Kyle back, make sure that you boycott what we do in the shadows, because that will get him back quicker, I think.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow! Is that
Don't go
what's
to
happening?
Kyle.
Can I apologize? Can I urge you to do a take back real quick? We love Kyle. We love what we call shadows because we just don't have time to say the whole name and also forget it. Yeah, it's too bad he's not here. I apologize to the fans, but I'm not a bitch. Deal with it. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, get him. And that's another episode of
Friendship.
This
is
Importante.
Not to Kyle.
Freaking see ya.